got enough sleep last night. That was the first day in like 4 days that I was getting enough sleep. Anyway, stream has started. So,
hello, here, and I am your host for this evening. Forget that EJ monkey. He's being processed into bananas.
No, that's not how it works. Howdy, folks.
And then
EJ
we
here.
have Jack here. He's going to be our co-host for this evening with Shroomy.
While playing Guitar Hero and shiny hunting.
EJ's stream. Hello.
We also have Izzy, aka Banana. Oh, Izzy says
Banana.
her internet's kicking her from the Discord constantly. That's fun.
No.
Hopefully she's able to stay with us.
Ouch.
A good plan.
Tell your ISP to stop sucking. Stop sucking.
Oh, my camera is not focusing. Focus, camera. Focus. There we go. So we got me, EJ Monkey, we got King Ray, Shroomy, Mac38, Jack544, Isabella, and we're going to have Hawk whenever he gets here. Assuming that he actually gets here. He said he might be here, but late. But who knows, he might not show up at all. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons, the EJ Monkey Turtle World, whatever the heck is happening campaign. We got a lot of stuff to do. So, I guess if everyone's ready to go ahead and get started, or we can keep chatting, I don't care, either way.
So how's the weather over there, EJ?
Weather is pretty icky. It's cloudy and rainy and and it's also cold, so that's why I had an electric blanket and like 7 pairs of jackets on. Ooh, don't die, Jebby. Got the plague.
It tried snowing last night here.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, actually froze the fence over.
Oh, okay, so last thing that happened, I forgot, was right after we ended the stream, we were talking, and Jebby was, or Ray was saying that he was going to go after Isabella and try to kill her for discovering what she did to his wife. Then we also realized, wait, Jebby took the Oath of Vengeance as his paladin oath, so that means that he is like required to go and attack Izzy and hunt her down until she's dead, because I don't know what the Oath of Vengeance is exactly, but do you want to say what it was, Ray? Basically,
you
it was
basically just explained it.
Yeah.
Once I make the Oath of Vengeance, I select my target, and I have to continue hunting them down until I kill them. If they harm anybody around, I take the blame upon myself, telling myself that I'm to blame because I let her stay alive and things like that. Let me think here. So while I'm hunting her down, I have to ignore other things that are going on. Like, I can't go rescue a child. I'll just be focusing on her.
So basically, it completely overtakes your entire life, and you're forced to go hunt her down until the ends of the earth, and you get really depressed if she causes any more collateral damage, because you're like, man, I didn't kill her fast enough. And It's a big problem. So that's a thing that we discovered after the stream ended last time. Also, let me just see.
Wait, is Ray the only one with the Oath of Vengeance?
I think he is, yeah. Guy Dude is also a paladin, but I don't know what oath he took. What did you take?
Redemption.
Redemption. What's that one do?
He's trying to redeem himself.
Oh, interesting. A doy. Sorry.
What did he do that he needs to redeem himself from?
I don't know. Alright, well,
but there was something in there.
Yeah, he was a bad boy before.
So let's go ahead and start with...
He ate Eritrea.
Oh no.
Why am I not using the camera I can zoom in?
I don't know. It's pretty cool that you have a camera like that. Oh, also, hi Denise. I tried to say hi earlier, but didn't get a chance to really. So we're gonna start with Doom Guy. So Jack, when we last saw Doom Guy,
Guy Dude?
No, we're talking about Doom Guy. It's a different guy.
Oh, Doom Guy.
Doomslayer?
Yeah. Doom Guy, Doomslayer, whatever his name is. He is Jack's extra character that just kind of appeared out of nowhere. And he was in the shipwreck to the south of the island with the other group. He immediately, like, he tried to go and attack a bunch of orcs, immediately got knocked out by Hawk's spell and just started laughing hysterically, got apprehended, lost all his weapons, but then nat 20'd his way out of the ropes and just started running along the beach, disarmed, and that's basically the situation. So he ran farther to the west and south of the island, then he rolled off stream, managed to escape the 4 orcs that were chasing him, and he found himself fighting his way through the forest. And now Doom Guy, you eventually have found your way to the lava stream in the middle of the forest, and the forest around the lava stream has gotten completely burned away, but now you are basically in the middle of the forest on the orc side of the island, and you're just in the middle of a random spot. And as you're there, oh wait, actually, you know, I can't do this part yet, because we need to go back and visit the other group first. So just hold off for a second. You're just there. My bad. I'm a little disorganized with my plan at this point. So
Poor Doom Guy.
His animation file is broken. Everyone's just looking as he poses in the middle of the river.
What? T-posing in the middle of the river? What do you mean?
In the middle of the area.
Yeah, the world hasn't loaded yet in my head. I'm still trying to process it. All right.
We're waiting for 1.3. We're waiting for it to convert to 1.13.
Gotcha. Okay. So, sorry for my mistake. The first thing that I actually need to do, I guess, is let's go to the main group with Dravis, Guy Dude, Jebby, and Hawk's character, who is not here, and the Goblin, who's the shaman of the mountain or whatever. So you all just found out for sure that Isabella
on the mountain when he comes.
that your wife has been poisoned, and you're pretty sure it was Izzy who did it. So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I was on my way to my house thinking that Izzy was still asleep in her bed. In Normal's bed. She's going to get on us for that.
Yeah. So I assume everyone else is following for that?
I guess so.
Yeah, I want to see some blood.
Okay. So you all trudge back into the city. Jebby's looking like he's ready for war. He's just charging, determined, ready for war, going to get his vengeance. Yep. Then, once you guys reach the house, you storm up the stairs, open the door to Izzy's room, and you find a nice, tidied bed that's empty of Nomal, and the window is open, letting in the breeze.
Out of anger, I just flipped the mattress over to see if she's under it.
Alright, roll me a strength check, or a yeet check. Roll me a straight yeet.
Yep. we need a straight yeet over here.
Yep.
It's going to be a nat 20 straight yeet.
Nat 20 straight yeet, nice. So you just
and there's no one under.
You slam the mattress up, and it like crashes through the top of the ceiling, and just goes out. Just lands in the distance, makes a hole in your roof.
A hole in your roof. It's a horizontal position, doesn't change whatsoever. It just slams back down.
Just,
banana, where are you?
All right. So while this is happening, the goblin is kind of following after you guys, and he's just like, "You guys are all crazy," and he's still visibly peeved about having been shrunk down and like kept in Hawk's chest for like a full day. He's very grumbly and annoyed about everything that's happening here.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten trapped.
You know what? That does it. You humans and turtles and whatever you guys are all the same. Incompetent buffoons. And so are the other races. And the orcs too. All of this is stupid. None of you deserve to live on the back of our great king, the Turtle Man. And he just starts walking out of the house.
He's finally flipped.
Yeah, he's just done with you guys. Are you gonna do anything about that?
Dancing right now.
Is Dravis nearby?
Yeah, you all are together.
Yeah. Dravis, when you see Banana, you have the permission to kill her on sight.
I want that.
Yes!
So the goblin leaves your house and just leaves, goes off into the woods, going towards the mountain. Are any of you going to go with him, or do you not care?
No, I'm going to head towards the castle now because I want to go talk to the king about Banana doing what Noble did.
Okay. This is a good plan. All right. So Izzy, don't say anything yet.
I was hoping somebody could use their gamer's intuition, like other than me.
Yeah, you can do that after, but first, I guess we'll head to the, have you guys go talk to the king and see what you guys are gonna do.
Well, I mean, they could split up.
You guys could split up if you wanted to. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I was gonna follow. Yeah.
Yep, following Jeb Jebby.
You're following the angry Jeb Jebby, huh?
Okie doke. Sounds like a plan. So, the four of you now, because, wait. Is it the 5 of you? Yeah, it is the 5 of you, because there's Hawk's character, too, who's just there. So we got Glampario, Guy Dude, Jeb Jebby, and, Dravis. So you all go to the keep, where there are 2 guards stationed outside, standing with their spears, and just kind of looking around, doing whatever they're doing. You guys walk up to them, and what do you say?
I walk up to them, and I demand to see the king.
Very well. I'm sure that he'd be willing to speak with you since he knows you. What do you need to talk to him about? And they seem slightly concerned that you're angry and bringing a bunch of random people in.
We have a traitor amongst us.
Traitor? What do you mean?
It's exactly what I mean, you buffoon! I must see the king!
Very well. Are all these people coming in too?
Yes, they're coming with me.
Very well. Only because I know you, Jeb Jebby. Very well. And he allows you in.
They really put up with that.
So as you walk in the doorway, you see that there's a large ornate red carpet that expands forward, and also to your left and right there's one hallway that goes straight ahead of you. There's the throne room off to your right where you've been before, Jeb Jebby, and off to your left there's a staircase that goes up and to the right.
I'm gonna go straight to the throne.
Okay, so you walk to the throne room. There are no other guards stationed at the entrance to the throne room, but there are 2 guards standing beside the king as you walk into the throne room. Meanwhile, everyone else just kind of follows you in, I assume. The king looks up and he goes, "Ah, Jeb Jebby, what brings you here?"
We have a traitor amongst us. Banana has poisoned my wife.
Poison your wife? What? I thought you guys lived together.
We did. And I did not think that she would go so far!
I'm very surprised by this. Was it an accident or an intentional?
I doubt it was an accident.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear this. What would you have me do about it?
Have every guard posted to watch out for her. Slay her if you can!
Well, that's quite harsh. Are you sure that this is the best use of our resources, given that there might be an army of orcs approaching our capital at any moment? And then he notices Dravis in the group of people that are following, and he goes, "Wait a minute, I know you. You're the one that helped make my medicine."
Yes, hello. How are you?
I don't know what you did, good sir, but it helped me recover quite a lot. I thank you so much.
Don't mention it.
So if you wanted, remember how he owes you one, Dravis?
Yeah.
So you could get them to do the guard thing if you wanted, probably.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Okay. So what would you like to say?
I know it's a tall order, but would you please consider helping us?
Oh no, Izzy's saying that we're all robots for her. I'm sorry, Izzy. Okay, can you say that one more time, Dravis?
I said, I know it's a tall order, but would you please consider helping us?
Very well. I'll have all my guards be on the lookout for Banana. I'm not sure all of them know who she is, but we'll keep the lookout for any gnome creatures that may be around. Also, I've completely forgotten what the voice of the king was. This is the new voice for the king, I guess. We'll make sure that every guard is aware that Banana should be killed on sight. Sound good?
Sounds good to me. How about you, Jeb?
That's the best we can for now.
Yeah, most of our guards are actually sick.
I will slay her the moment I see her.
If that's what you think is right. I'm very sorry to hear about your wife.
I don't respond.
Izzy broke.
There
Yep.
Nomal goes.
He broke. There goes normal.
All right. So what would you like to do now?
I don't know if he escaped.
Do you have any further information about where the orcs might be coming from? I've dispatched what few men we have to go and scour the perimeter, but we have seen nothing yet.
Guy dude, do you remember where they might be coming from?
I forget. I missed that.
Missed that session? Actually, none of you guys would know, so.
But didn't we guess that they were coming up from, what, the south?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the commander, or captain, whatever his name was, of the human army to the north, the general thought.
Right. We're guessing they're going to come from the south, your lordship.
That's good to know. I'll prepare as much defenses as we can.
Don't forget.
Of course.
Destroy.
Of course. You have my word. We'll destroy Banana if we find her. And then... Yep. So, all guards will now be hostile to Banana.
Yay!
What would you guys like to do now?
Can we get 5 likes?
Hey, Seiche.
Alright, so... Anybody wants to take the lead now? I've practically been leading.
We can maybe. Is this a good point to introduce Doom Guy now?
Wait.
Actually, it probably
let
would...
me restart Discord.
Let me restart Discord, you said? Oh, he's gone. I guess he's restarting Discord.
OMG, did you guys get to see Kayla's rendition of my Dejargo? Yeah,
No? Did she finish it?
it seems like it, yeah.
I didn't see it yet. Is it on Twitter or something? Or...
I can screen share real quick.
Go for it. I'd love to see it.
Remember, it's on the interwebs now.
It is.
Yeah.
For all the world to see. Whoa! That's so cool!
Yes, it
Kayla.
is.
I
Hey,
love
look
it.
at that.
Yeah,
Kayla is a good arter. I am
Wow.
surprised. Hey,
a
Jack.
good arter.
I'm impressed, is the word I was looking for, not surprised.
That is very nice.
I
Okay.
didn't know she even drew. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Brace yourself, Mac. Camera will turn on again.
It hasn't been booting me recently.
That's good.
Before he gets booted.
Okay,
yeah.
I think they fixed it.
Okay, cool.
So we're swapping over to
What
Doom.
we're swapping over to first is Banana. However, Banana just died because the internet was dying, unfortunately.
Oh, fun.
So, because I thought Isabella wasn't actually going to be able to make it to this session, oh, she's
Oh, there
back.
she is.
Oh, she's back.
Hey,
Banana, banana.
So now we get to go back in time a little bit. Oh, actually, no. Forward in time, back in time. I don't know. This is a bit of a time jump, weird, scrambly episode. So, last time you guys took a look into Banana's room and saw that she was sleeping there, that was about evening yesterday, and she was asleep. Then you all went off to the graveyard and did your thing or whatever. Okay, maybe it wasn't evening yesterday. It was... Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay, sorry. Then you guys took a nap, and during that night, Isabella finally woke up after having rested for about 17 hours straight. She woke up at about 4 or 5 a.m., and she... Here, let me take a look at the notes of what she did, because we did a little bit, because I knew that you guys would be running backward to the house, and I wanted to see what Izzy would be doing, because I thought she wouldn't be here for the session, but now she is, so things are a bit funky. Anyway, what Isabella decided to do is, without even checking to see if you guys were in the house, and realizing that she was in danger, she just decided to jump out the window and break her fall with a bush. Took 2 points of damage for that, so that was fun. Then she snuck out of the room, or the house, and or the city, sorry, is the word I'm looking for. She snuck out of the city and went to go hide in the woods for like a day. And while she was there, she was approached by the goblin who just left you guys. So the goblin came up to her and was like, yo, you're Banana, right? I've been looking for you. And she was like, what? Why are you looking for me? What are you talking about? And the goblin was like, I've seen your handiwork, or I've heard about your handiwork with Jeb's wife. Nice job. And she's like, what? I don't understand. Let me see if I can read the notes real quick. It's difficult to find anything. Yeah, she did die again. That's why I'm trying to summarize this and get through it real quick.
She's like Mario. She has one-ups all the time.
Come on. Come on. I thought this was going to go a lot smoother, but my notes are in like 7 different places, so it's very difficult to do this. Okay. So Isabella said, handiwork? And the goblin said, yes, it was very nicely done. And he gives like a weird smile, and she's like, what do you mean? The goblin looked over his shoulder to make sure that they were alone in the woods, and he leaned forward as though telling a secret, and he was like, how do you feel about these humans? Then Isabella was like, not particularly fond of them. So the goblin went, so you wouldn't mind if something happened to them? Not really. That's just what I wanted to hear. Come with me, Banana. I've got some plans that I think you'll enjoy being a part of. And Isabella's like, okay. And we'll leave it there for now. Now let's move over.
The goblin is still being influenced by Bird Guy.
He really is, yeah. You ruined the whole campaign back with Malik on the card. You have to live with what you've done now. Alright, now let's move over to Doom Guy real quick. So, Doom Guy, this happens slightly after, so this is, we're jumping forward in time again, and we'll have to jump back in time again later. It's a mess, we'll figure it out. So Doom Guy, as you come up to the lava flow, and you're just hanging out there looking around. The mountain is to your right and ahead of you, so it's like you're 2 o'clock-ish if you're looking out of the landscape, and you hear rustling in the trees off to your right about 3 o'clock. What would you like to do, Doom Guy? You don't have any weapons. And you said that your first priority was to get a new shotgun. Or at least that's what you wanted to do originally.
Are there shotguns in D&D?
There are not, but
it's basically a paper mache crossbow.
It's a crossbow with paper mache on it to make it look like a shotgun. And now Hawk has it. Bongo Man down in the south.
So immediately turn to it. I have an unarmed strike, so don't worry.
Okay.
Guess check perception.
All right, go for it.
Okay, 8.
8. Okay. So you can't really tell what it is, but you hear what sounds like small footsteps approaching, like maybe either a small animal or like a big cat. I don't know. Big cat. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you don't see what it is until it pops out of the leaves, and you see Banana and the little goblin. But you don't know either of those people. You've never seen them or met them before. So they're just a small 3-foot tall gnome and like a 4-foot tall goblin kind of pop out of the bushes, and they stop in front of you and they look up at you and they're like, "Oh, hello there."
Just stare at them with a menacing expression.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a silent protagonist. This is gonna be a terrible. Oh no. How are you gonna communicate? Okay. So the goblin goes, "I've been looking for people to help with a little project I've been working on. I've been using some of my magic to find people that might be interested, and you seem to fit the bill. I will say that it's been quite difficult to find you with you been running constantly for the past almost day, but we found you now. Would you like to help us with a very special project to get rid of a lot of the people that you're angry at, like these orcs that were chasing you?"
Look at them with a curious expression. Reactions from Rain Shroomy.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. Don't you have anyone that you'd really like to get rid of?
Wow, the goblin's been corrupted.
Jack just nods. He's like, yeah. Okay, so, okay, you can't talk, so that's fun. So the goblin will go, well, excellent. Would you like to join our little team? Hey, Hawk, welcome.
Hey, Pando.
We're trying
Hey,
to corrupt
Hockey
Doom Guy more than he already is.
What do you mean more than?
I don't know.
All right. I guess now it's a hesitant nod.
Okay. The goblin goes, excellent. Well, if there's anything that you would like in return for helping us, you're more than welcome to suggest anything that you desire. But we have a plan to eliminate a lot of the orcs and
Okay,
other pesky species.
Interrupt him and make it clear that I need a shotgun.
So you're just like, mime, shotgun.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a performance check.
My modifier is 0, so this might not go well. That 20.
Wow!
So you just like hold out your hands and like trace the exact shape of a shotgun, and like a cartoony like hologram appears of exactly what you were thinking of, and being like,
Sure.
with like a question mark appearing above your head, and the goblin goes,
I guess.
oh yes, I can help get one of those with my magic, no problem.
Fortnite emo of a shotgun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what are you thinking, Jack? I know Doomslayer can't
know.
talk, but what are you thinking? Alright.
Well, if you can get a shotgun, so then.
Remember what
If
we
you can
talked
give me a
about?
shotgun, then sure.
Okay, remember what we talked about? Before, like with your revenge plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we'll deal with that in a second.
But I never really made an oath of revenge, so that's like.
Yeah, but you were just angry at Bongo Man
Mhm.
for knocking you out and getting all your weapons taken.
Well, if I see him, I'm gonna try and attack him.
Gotcha.
So,
Alright.
but it's not like
so...
actively seek him out.
Okay, interesting. So, we've got our band of evil villains slowly coming together over here. Much more messily than I would have hoped because of all the time travel and stuff. So now let's head back to the main group for just a little bit. What would the main group like to do for now?
Okay, my question before we continue is, this band of evil villains, is it DC or is it
Oh my gosh. Or Marvel?
or Marvel?
I'd say it's probably neither, because the,
Isabella says it's a Marvel.
I was gonna say it would be DC, because the revenue is gonna be very bad from it.
I mean, it's January. All the ads are gone.
Exactly.
She says, "Oh, wrecked." Okay, well, we can continue.
Okay, so what is your next move, guys, in the main group? So the whole Doom guy joining the squad happens like a couple days from now, so we're in the past right now. It's very difficult to figure out time frames. This is a mistake. Everything I've done is a mistake.
I mean,
Well,
it's
right.
worked out, so I wouldn't say it's a mistake.
Right now, Jib Jebby's just in that state of mind. He can't really be leading anywhere, so I'll have him follow now.
So he's just upset. Okay. Hawk, you had a plan of something to do, right? For the main squad?
Probably catch them all.
Hmm?
Probably catch them all.
What was Max
I don't
saying?
know if Hawk is muted, I think.
Yeah, I haven't
What?
been able
He's
to...
half here. He's working.
Hello.
Hey, Hawk.
Oh,
If you
Hawk's
need
here.
my attention, just speak loudly.
Okay.
Oh,
Pando!
Mac, did you have something you wanted to say?
Who?
Hello?
You had something to say? What?
I thought Mac had something to say, but I didn't know. I didn't hear it.
Just
Mac.
trying to remember where we were.
Oh, okay. So you guys were in the throne room. You talked to the king. King said he's going to get his forces to try to attack Banana if they see him, her, it, Nomel. Sorry, forgot the gender was Gnome. And yeah, that's about it. So you're looking for something new to do at this point. You do still have the pool of truth or pool of wisdom, whatever it was, to discover at the north. If you wanted to talk about that, you also could investigate the large pillar of black smoke coming from the south, if you wanted to discover that, or you could just do something else, wait around at the capital. It's whatever you want to do. Or you could catch them all. Catching them all also works.
I think we're gonna try to head to the pool of wisdom.
Okay. How would you like to go about doing that?
Oh, okay.
You want to guys talk about it in character?
Yeah. Probably.
Okay. Also, as the DM, I would recommend that you wait and like spend the night again before you go out.
Oh, for a long rest?
I don't know if anyone's damaged, but yeah, sure, go for it if you'd like.
I have a spell slot. I don't know. That is up to. I don't know what's going on. So.
Oh, was detect poison and disease? Was that a full level 1 spell? I forgot if that was a full level 1 spell or if that was a cantrip. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, in that case, if you'd like to do a long rest first before you head out, I would recommend it.
Okay.
I'll turn back to the king and say, do you have a place for my friends and I to stay for a short period of time?
Do you not have your house?
I do not think I can go back to my house at this moment, not while Banana lives.
I see. Well, if you'd like, you may spend the night in the guards' barracks.
I very much appreciate you, my lord.
Very
What
well.
do you guys say?
Also, there are many, many sick people, and the bodies just keep piling up these days. So if you'd like to go around helping people, you can also do that with your newfound spell.
I think with how Jebby is, he's just going to go straight to the barracks.
Okie doke. What about everyone else? You guys can go to Jebby's house if you want to. You don't have to go to the barracks with him.
I'll stay in the barracks. I don't mind. Or chaos. So.
We'll just do that.
Yes, might as well do
Yeah.
better.
Okay.
It sounds like nobody wants to heal the sick.
So as you guys all
I'm
enter...
focused on. I want to try and heal the Earth God, honestly.
Mhm.
You want to do what?
You want
Try
to
and
stay...
heal the Earth God.
Okay. So as you guys all go into the barracks, you notice that many of the guards are like sitting on their cots, skin looking kind of pale and sickly. They don't look like they're doing too well. Some of them have like wet claws on their foreheads. Basically, it seems like all of them are sick and are not doing too well. All the ones that are in there, at least. The ones that are still guarding and stuff outside, they look to be okay. But the ones in here definitely don't look like they're doing too well. Some of them have blood on their beds beside them, as though they've been coughing up blood, as the plague seems to make you do. And many of them don't seem to be doing that well.
Boys,
But because of
let's get
that,
to healing.
there are some empty beds there that you're easily able to take if you'd like.
Alrighty, boys, let's get to healing.
Yep. So I guess I'd have to do the.
Oh, you want to heal them instead? Okay, sure.
Well, we're here.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
The ritual version. So.
Don't forget you also have lay on hands.
Ew. Does that work for this thing?
It recovers any HP they have.
But they'd
the-
still be.
The way I had it work for Ray earlier, because Ray said that if you, as a paladin, take like 5 hit points and you heal a creature or something, it's supposed to fully cure them of disease or something. But because this plague is kind of like a story element of the thing, I said that when he used that on you, it healed you most of the way and helped a lot, but it didn't fully eradicate the plague. So you could like have them be mostly healed, and then they would be able to fight it off on their own, probably. if you wanted to use the lay on hands, or you could use another spell if you'd like to.
The exorcism thing, I have to fight it, right?
Yes.
Oh, I have cure wounds. What am I talking about?
That's also
Oh,
a good
no,
one.
cure wounds. But
I don't think Cure Wounds remove diseases, though.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
realizing that as I read it.
So with Lay on Hands, if you've got the same amount like I do, you should have 3 you could do with that, and then Exorcism 1. So you could heal up to 4 people before your long rest.
I mean, I still have 2 spell slots left. Twice.
I would say evening is falling at this point, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how spell slots really work myself, so
As far as I know, spell slots work as if you use a level 1 spell, that slot disappears and you regain it. Like if you take a long rest or something, and you have 2 spell slots to begin with, and as you level up you get more spell slots and that kind of thing.
It depends on what type of spellcaster you are.
Oh, interesting.
Spell slots work differently across all of the spellcasters.
But
so
The general rule is that you can cast a spell as any level that is its starting level or higher. It generally has a stronger effect, although not always. If you cast as a higher, that would be denoted within this. And once a spell slot is expended, it can only be restored through magical means, through a class ability, or through a long rest.
So what about the exorcism for us?
If you cast it as a ritual, it doesn't take up a spell slot. Ritual takes 5 minutes.
Okay. And can you do as many rituals as you can in a day, or is it
You can
one
do
time a
it
day?
as many times as you want, I would say. Is that accurate, Hawk?
What? A ritual is 10 minutes plus whatever the default casting time of the spell is. Unless exempted by the spell itself. So if you've created a spell that has a 5-minute ritual time, then it has a 5-minute ritual time.
Yeah,
But
that was...
can you do that several times a day before a long rest, or
If you are a bard, cleric, druid, or wizard, you can cast a ritual as many times as you have ritual slots available. Other than that, you have to have the ritual caster feat. Otherwise, you can't cast rituals.
King Club Party do it.
he's a barbarian, isn't he?
He is, but he also
Yeah.
was in line to be a keeper of the earth, so I might say sure. Just for fun.
Okay, so
Based on
in
my
other
DM
words-
understandings of the rules, I was going to say that you guys could just cast it as a ritual without needing the specific feat or whatever to be able to cast it as a ritual. That was the way I designed it, but
Oh, that's the way you designed it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, that's up to you.
yeah.
It's just the default rule is only those classes, because only those classes actually have something written into them for ritual cast.
Gotcha.
All the other ones, you'd just be improving it as you go, because they don't actually have rules for ritual casting.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
we found the rules in the
Yeah.
In the book.
Yeah.
The book.
Yeah,
The
EJ
book.
is the rules. There you
I,
go.
what? I am the rules. Well, I mean, nothing in this campaign makes sense anyway. We've got Tide Pods, we've got random things happening, so, I mean, things
I
happen
don't
all
have
the time.
Logan Paul yet. I had a campaign with Logan Paul.
Oh,
We
gosh.
haven't quite gotten to that level.
Well, we've definitely got strayed from the rules a little bit, and we've made an exception for your ability to shrink things by 1/8 the size instead of 1/2 the size, so it's fine. We'll continue to be wrong in our way that we do things.
True. All right.
Consistently wrong is better than not right
I
at
was
all.
just trying to figure out how many times Guy Dude can heal people before having the long rest. That's all I was trying to do.
I mean, if I have 2 spell slots and I can use it as a spell twice, the exorcism, can I? Can I do that?
Do what as a twice?
I cast,
If he has 2 spell slots, can he cast Exorcism twice?
Yes,
As long
or you
as
could cast
that
it.
level.
If you could cast it as a ritual, then it wouldn't count as a spell slot at all, I think, right?
Alright.
If you want to follow the general rule is a paladin can only cast a ritual once a day. That's the general rule.
Okay.
Hmm.
Since they don't actually have the ability to cast rituals, so that's just what the general consensus is from what I've found.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to lay on hands for 3 people.
Okay.
But like they're
You have 15 points of healing for
Oh.
repelling? Wow, okay. So yeah, you go up to 3 of these guards and use lay on hands. Your hand glows, and their skin underneath your hand glows, and they seem to be healed and to be doing a lot better. They're not fully healed, but they definitely look like they have more energy and they're more aware, and they stop coughing immediately. And they seem like more energized, and they're like, "Whoa, thank you. What was that?"
Magic.
Whoa.
Ray juice.
What would the rest of you guys like to do?
Ray juice.
Oh.
These guards in the barracks, by the way, are kind of like resting up. They don't have armor on. They're just doing whatever. Preparing to take a rest for the night.
I guess then I'll use the exorcism thing.
Okie doke. Who do you want to use this on?
Whatever. How many guards are in there?
There were about 10, and this is a room that can hold about 20 people. Like, there are 20 bunk bed type things, or 10 beds that have 2 layers. So in theory, there could be 20 people maximum in here, and there are currently about 10 guards that are milling about in here. You've healed 3 of them. The other 7, actually one of them, it doesn't look like he's too bad, but the other 5 look like they're still pretty diseased. Wait, did I just do my math totally wrong?
Yes, you did. 6.
Okay.
The other 6.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to squish a bug. Got him.
He can't do math because a bug was bothering him.
Yeah. Oh, my face!
Bug comes across.
That was a Fernando reference. Yeah, so you'd like to use exorcism on one of these guys?
Sure.
Okay. Would you like to use it on one of the ones who looks like he's an inch from death, or would you like to use it on one of the ones who looks like he's not doing so well but might be fine to live another day?
I guess the guy's an inch from death. I don't know.
Okay. Can you do what?
Triage.
Triage, yeah, okay. So do remember that you have to fight this. Never mind. Whatever, it's fine. So,
I don't have to fight it.
what'd you say?
Stronger the worse it is as a disease?
I mean, that would be a reasonable assumption to make. Let me do some math real quick.
Oh yeah, I wrote it with a bunch of math in it, didn't I?
Yeah, I have to do a lot of math now because I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't expect you guys to go to the barracks and start healing people with this. Also, this is a room that's probably about maybe 10 feet wide by like 30 feet long. So it's a rectangular room, lots of bunk beds lining the walls, and there are some chests in this room to hold supplies like swords and armor and clothes as well. So basically you guys will be fighting in this room, and there is an entrance that comes out, like if this is the rectangular room going like this, there's an exit right here, and there's an exit right here. Now let me do the math real quick.
Alright, while he does the math, just a quick message from our sponsors. If you're in need of a D&D item or an overly broken character, please contact Hawk Miners are us.
Okay.
Oh man, I love you, Hawk. You're funny.
Can you cancel your contract with Hawk Miners R Us?
Okay,
Nope, he's locked in place the rest of his life.
come on, why does this pen not write? What? This is terrible. Oh, okay.
Pardon me if I'm wrong, but do you have a computer?
Me?
No.
Yes.
I do, but I've got too much stuff on the computer pulled up already, so I don't have room.
What's wrong with you guys? You don't have phones.
Okay. Well, I have a phone with information pulled up on it. I have a computer with information pulled up, and I have
it
about
was
17
a
pieces of
Diablo
paper.
reference.
What are you
Never mind. You don't understand.
I don't, I'm sorry. 15 feet times infection level? Oh my gosh,
Basically,
this
that was the
thing is
best
gonna be
response.
crazy!
That was the best response when people were upset that they announced a Diablo game
Yeah.
for phones.
Okay, yeah. So, while he's doing that, basically, we were at BlizzCon, everyone. Yes, we're imagining we're at BlizzCon, and everyone's really hyped because they just announced Diablo coming to the stage. And guy comes up, head of design, and everyone's cheering. And he's like, "All right, you just saw this trailer. It's time for something that we can all have in our pockets. Diablo for mobile." And then everyone got really upset because it wasn't Diablo 3. And Diablo 4. And then people started asking questions like, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? And stuff like that to the panel. And the guys up there were really serious, like, no. And then finally they got sick of the questions. They're like, what's wrong with you people? Don't you have phones? That's pretty great.
Don't you have phones?
I do know about that situation, but I had no idea that they said that.
Yeah. That's funny.
It was pretty great. It was because, like, half the people that asked a question, because when you go to BlizzCon, you have to get your question approved ahead of time. You can't just go up during a panel and ask a question. Like, all those people have pre-approved questions. And so they go up, and the people weren't asking the questions that they had pre-approved.
Oh.
So that's why people that like, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Or I forget what the other ones were. Like, is there any plans to bring this to PC, or is it going to be bad forever? And stuff like that.
Wow.
I ask myself if this is an April Fool's joke every day when it comes to the Piranha Plant Smash.
Piranha Plant is a worthwhile champion.
Okay, well, I think I've got my math done, and this is not going to be fun. I'll just say that for now. So, you, Guy Dude, have decided to cast this spell on someone...
Can we take him outside first?
What?
Can we take him outside first?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be a good plan. Okay, so... well, where would you like to go outside? Like, into the middle of the courtyard?
Follow them, then.
Would you like to just kind of lift this guy up? He probably can't walk, I will say that. Because this is a really sick guy.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so you're gonna
I'll just
lift this guy up on your shoulder, kind of support him, bring him outside. Are you just gonna fight him in the middle of the town, like in the courtyard, outside the keep, or are you gonna bring him outside the city? Where do you want to go?
Beat the crap out of him.
I'm gonna fight him in the courtyard.
Oh, okay. Well, not you don't fight the guy. You fight the infection that you get out of this guy. So the guy will actually be able to help you after this as well.
I was
Yeah, and everyone else sees that we're just beating the crap out of him.
Wait, you mentioned
The
the
guard intervenes, and only then he sees the disease.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna follow them.
Okay. Is everyone coming together?
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Okay, so Hawk's gonna go take a nap, leaving Dravis, Gompario, Guy Dude, and Jeb Jebby to...
Wait, never mind. Do we have a long rest?
Yeah, you can have a long rest while this is
Okay,
happening.
never mind. I don't need a nap. No.
Yeah, you've had a long rest in the past. Like that. You woke up.
I want to
from
use up some of my skills before I have my long rest. That's why I'm coming.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come.
Yeah, so it's currently evening. Like night is falling, so it's not actually like midnight yet or anything. Okay, so you're bringing him out. Where do you want to fight this guy? Do you want to fight him in the courtyard, in the city, in...
You said the courtyard.
Okay, so you bring him out to the courtyard, and you cast this spell. It's a touch spell. So, Guy Dude, as you lay your hand on this this very sick man, and you cast the spell, you focus down for a minute, and then your hand starts glowing, and the flesh beneath begins to glow as well. And then as you pull your hand up, it's almost like you've got like saran wrap, if you know what that stuff is, like plastic wrap that you put over food. So like you got something like that kind of stuck to your hand, and it's like kind of fused to your hand, and you're like trying to pull it off, and it's like pulling a shell, like almost as though this guy is molting, like some sort of insect or something, and this gooey orange and gray substance is like stuck to your hand, and it pulls an entire shell out of the entire surface of this guy, and then it all flies off your hand and becomes a new entity, like it's its own thing now. It is an entity that is, let me check the height real quick. Oh,
All right.
it is 8 feet tall, for some reason.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And it is made of this like orangey gray goo and looking like it's about to catch on fire, like little glowing embers all throughout it, because it is the dragon plague after all. Dragon Scourge, I think it was called, actually. So this horrifying creature that looks like a bigger version, like the face of this creature is actually the face of the guy you cast the spell on. And so there's basically just an 8-foot glowing, or faintly glowing, semi-transparent, gooey monster thing in front of you guys now. And
Roll
it
for
turns
initiative?
very angrily to look directly at Guy Dude. Roll initiative.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. 18.
Initiative.
What'd you say?
Are we all rolling initiative?
You're right.
Yeah, everyone roll initiative.
Initiative is your D20
Nine.
plus your initiative.
So 19 for me.
19 for Shroomy. What was
18.
yours? 18 for Glompario. What did you say, Jeb Jebby? 18 as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he really?
What was yours, Guy Dude?
9.
9? Okay. What was yours, Hawk?
17.
17. Okay.
Are we going to figure out who goes first between me and Glampario?
Yeah, what is your dex modifier, both of you? Actually,
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Well, okay, you guys decide amongst yourselves who goes first. Do you guys care?
Well, what I would like to do, Glampario, is just add some AC to someone for my turn. Is that okay with you if I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Shroomy,
While you
Jeb
do that,
Jebby.
while you do that, I'm getting a Pepsi.
Alright, give me some.
And then we have Hawk. And
Here
we
you go, Ray.
have...
Hey, thanks.
Okay, so the guy who you cast the spell on just immediately like feels better, but he just kind of collapses off to the side, exhausted, and he is like terrified by this thing that's attacking, so he's not going to help with the fight.
You're welcome for the pep.
Chicken.
Okay,
Yeah, you did.
so what is everyone's armor class real quick, just to make sure I have all the information? And everyone's HP?
Right now, mine is 19.
Mine's 16.
Your armor class is 19?
Yes, mine is 19.
Okay, Shermy, what's your armor class?
16?
Okay, Glompario?
Gapario.
Oh, I think he's moving around. I don't think he has his headphones on.
Gapario.
Okay, I'll go back. I'll get back to him. Hawk, what's your armor class?
13.
All
It
right.
looks cold.
Guy Dude, what's yours?
God, dude.
Okay, Glompario, what's your armor class? Anyone?
Hand out.
I said 13 already.
Guy
Where
Dude,
did-
Glompario, what are your armor classes?
I said 15.
Oh, okay, 15
I
for
heard-
you.
We didn't hear that at all.
So while we're waiting for Guy Dudes, what is everyone's HP? Go from Shermy, then Jeb, then Glompario.
I have 13 HP.
13. Jeb Jebby?
39.
39. Holy cow. Glompario?
15.
15.
13.
13. Okay.
I'm sorry, you have 39 HP?
Yeah?
At what level?
3.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Oh, right, I'm a sorcerer. I forgot. I was like looking at this, I'm like, did I roll HP for this guy? Oh, yeah.
Of the group.
Okay, Hawk, what's yours?
18.
18, okay. Guy Dude, what's yours?
28.
28 HP?
Well, I'm behind, aren't I?
I don't know if you're cutting out, Guy Dude. I can't hear you right now.
I said 28.
Okay, 28 HP. And what's your armor class?
16.
16. Okay, cool. And here we go. Fun times. So, Shermy, you go first. This creature turns and roars at Guy Dude. What would you like to do first?
Can he be hurt with, like, weapons?
Yeah. He may be a slimy glob monster of fire and death, but he's still killable.
I guess I'll just try to sneak behind him and attack. Can you do that both at one turn? Or just
Okay. He's currently looking kind of at all of you, though. Like, if this is you, and this is your group of... Or if this is your group of people, and this is him, he's looking at you guys. So it'll be difficult to sneak around him without him seeing you do that, but you're welcome to try.
Maybe rolled with disadvantage on sneak.
We could do that.
I'll do it. I'll try to sneak behind him.
Okay, sure. Roll stealth with disadvantage. Maybe you can get around the keep or something. go around the side.
Disadvantage is roll 2 dice and take the lower.
Oh, okay.
Well, looks like we're going to be doing a fight for the next hour, so much for...
that was a nat 20, so...
Oh, well, that cancels out the disadvantage. So yeah, you managed to sneak behind this guy, somehow. Yeah, just like, poof, shadow travel, and boom, you're behind him now. And you want to try to stab him?
Yeah, I want to shank him.
Okay, sure, I know that should have been an action, probably, Hawk, but sure, I'll let him do it. So go ahead.
I could just sneak if you want me to, then my turn.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, why don't you stay there for this turn, and you can attack next turn. Jebby, you're up.
Okay, so who does the monster look like it's rearing to attack first?
It is staring at Dude with an intense rage because he was the one who cast the spell on it.
Okay, so I'm going to use a spell called Shield of Faith. It is a casting time of 1 bonus action. Okay, so that's a bonus action I could use.
Okay.
And it is verbal, semantic, and M. What's M?
Material, but just ignore that one.
Do you have a component pouch or a...
Well, the DM just told me to ignore it.
Because he always has a component pouch. They always do.
Not always. Some people have an arcane focus.
Okay,
it's a duration of 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
A shimmering field appears, surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Dude, so his AC goes up by 2 for 10 minutes.
Okie doke, sounds good. So you cast that
That's
spell,
my
and the shimmering thing appears. Mm-hmm.
That was my bonus. And then, do I see any weapons inside the hands of the creature?
No, this creature does not have any weapons.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Command on it.
Okay.
It is within 60 feet of me. I target 1 enemy and use 1 ward, and I'm going to tell it, grovel. What it has to do is fall prone until the end of its turn.
It does not.
It does not?
Nope.
You have to roll a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Roll me insight.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Insight.
How many people are in this party right now?
5.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh no.
I rolled 11.
I feel like Hawk's just gonna pull out his shrunk down
No, it's just I wrote this monster, so I know exactly how it scales, and this is the most unbalanced of the five fights.
I rolled an 11 on insight.
Okay, I'll say that as you try to cast your command on this creature, it just kind of looks at you like, "Are you serious?" And it just, if anything, it just gets angrier. But it does not seem to be affected by the spell.
So it cannot be controlled?
It does not seem to be vulnerable to that type of command. Well, to that type of action or spell, whatever it is.
Oh, okay, dokie. So it can't be proned. Okay. Well,
no, it doesn't
turn.
seem vulnerable to command as the spell. All right. So that's
control altogether.
Yeah, that's your turn. Glumporio, you're up.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Can I just use persuasion, convince it to just disappear?
Yeah, you can try.
All right. Oh, please let this work.
Oh my gosh, if he nat 20s again, every time you want to do something crazy, you nat 20 it. So I'm
Okay.
very frightened right now.
Okay. It isn't a nat 20. It's a total 20.
Okay, well, I guess that means he has to. I don't know what he has to do.
How is this gonna work?
I don't know. he's a giant monster.
I mean, he could. It's possible he couldn't be reasoned with.
Yeah, I'd say that since he's immune to commands and that kind of thing, I'll say that it doesn't really have much of an effect. He just kind of roars, opens up his like slimy, disgusting, gooey mouth, and goes "Roar!" and just holds up his like knife-like gooey fingers at you.
Ew.
That takes up my entire turn.
Yeah, well, technically speech is a free action, but since you did a roll for it, I mean, I'll let you attack if you want, since it really didn't do anything. You can just pretend like it didn't happen.
Let me javelin this guy in the head.
Javelin the guy in the head. Okay, roll me to hit.
Is that just a 20?
Yeah, this is a
D20?
D20, and then whatever your modifier is for the weapon.
16 total.
Yep, so that hits. Roll for damage.
And the D6. 7?
Okay. So you throw your javelin, and it just goes splorches right into its head, and it kind of gets stuck there, and it just goes "Rawr!" And it seems injured, but not terribly much, I guess. And it does 7 damage to it. Nice. Alright, now we're back to Hawk.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Hadn't yeah, roll for catch. I'd like to throw a Pokeball.
Oh, no.
Do you have a master box on you?
I wish.
If only you hadn't trapped the goblin, maybe you could have, or released the goblin, maybe you could throw him at it.
Yeah, I could throw the goblin. Oh, that's brilliant.
You have a Bellsprout. Wait, you have a Bellsprout.
That's true,
I do.
but you didn't shrink it, so...
But yeah, but he also declared that my Bellsprout can't do anything. So
I declared that it wasn't a combat creature. I declared that it was just a creature that lives in the world. I don't know.
I do have a small plan.
Okay.
And by small, I mean large plan.
Hey, Denise.
So-
3.
If we're going with from now on, the spell Enlarge Reduce works as it was
my.
intended, and does not operate how Critical Role uses it, because I was misusing it, as CJ pointed out. But we do pretend that the stuff that I did buy in Shrink is still 8 times smaller than it's supposed to be.
I established that it still is broken for this campaign. It's still...
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
this
still
is
using the
better.
spell in the broken way for this campaign, even though we realized that it's wrong. Because we're just going to be consistently wrong the whole campaign. It'll be fine.
Alright.
It's the
Well-
meme squad. You gotta be wrong.
Yeah.
So I do have a couple boxes
Oh no.
that I brought with me. And I'd like to take out a small wooden box, open it very carefully, not opening it all the way, but just slightly opening it, reach my fingers in and kind of roll a single small boulder to the front, grip it, take it out, and immediately chuck it as hard as I can at this thing, while also casting Enlarge on it.
Oh.
Wait,
Which
so
would
this
mean-
is one that already was shrunk down to 1/8 the
Yeah,
size,
okay.
and now it's going to become one. It's going to undo that while also being enlarged. So it's basically getting 64 times bigger as you're throwing it.
Yes.
Oh
So-
my lord.
Okay, I'm definitely
The
going to make you
bolt-
roll a strength check for that because it's going to be growing as you're throwing it.
Well, no. So the way that Enlarge Reduce works, I have clarified this, is if I cast it mid-air on the object, because I can cast it on the object as long as it's within 60 feet of me, it remains at its shrunken weight until I've thrown it, at which point it begins to expand, and then I cast Enlarge on it, at which point it expands further. So
Mm-hmm.
it should be at 1/8 of its shrunken weight. Now, how much that is, I actually don't know. So we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, how big of a boulder is
It
this?
doesn't say anywhere in the
How-
shrink that it reduces weight. It just says
It does.
No, it
It
does.
reduces
It reduces weight by 1/8. Yeah.
To 1/8. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So it is.
By 1/8 wouldn't be that much.
How much would you say it weighs right now? Like 3 pounds or
Well,
something?
I can check that. So it's a 12-foot boulder that's been shrunk, which means, or sorry, not 12-foot. It is a 2-foot boulder that has been.
2 foot.
Which means that it is a quarter of a foot or something. I think so. 3 inches.
Okay.
So it's
you're
3
throwing a
inches of
little marble.
stone.
It's literally a Pokeball. Oh my
The
gosh. I don't know how to
average
calculate
weight-
force damage.
Let's see. Yeah, I can calculate the force damage for you if you want.
Okay, yeah,
It's just a
that'd
bunch
be
of numbers.
fantastic as long as it's not insanely broken.
But if you want me to
trust
do the
me, it will
check,
be.
force damage is so broken. You
Yes,
have
it
no
is.
idea.
Okay,
Okay.
DM
According to
it to me,
this-
and I might half it if it's too much or something.
Yeah, I will. You can go on.
It is technically broken that we're using the spell anyway, so it would be a little unfair.
Like a 5 feet cubed worth of water deals approximately 20 d6s.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's a lot of rolling.
All right.
Broken
So-
campaign.
DJ, the rock that I throw at its shrunken weight is approximately 7.5 pounds. So,
Okay.
do I need to roll strength to throw my 7.5 pound 3-inch?
In order
rock?
to make sure you hit, yeah, roll it as an attack roll, I would
Alright.
say.
Cool.
I guess I'll say you can add your dex modifier. I don't even know. Would that be strength or dex? Because you're yeeting,
It's up to
but
you.
also
It's entirely your decision.
okay. I'll
I think
say
bad-
since he's
Bad scores in both.
I'll say it's a dex one because you're trying to aim.
That's my better one.
Okay.
That is a 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay. Yeah, you still managed to hit with your boulder plan, and you're casting enlarge on the
Large
boulder,
on it, so-
causing it to become 64 times bigger as it's
So it
going.
weighs 480 pounds when it hits.
And Trummy's right behind this creature that you...
It's fine. It's fine.
I forgot about that.
Oh no.
Good news is, Sherby, if it doesn't die, it takes most of the force for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it does die, then is Shroomy just dead as well?
Okay, can you explain to me in general terms the way to calculate force damage? Because I think I'm going to make up my own version and use that anyway, rather than trying to look up the official rules for this.
General rule of force damage. So force
100
damage.
pounds is a 1d12 bludgeoning. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah. So it's either, well, there are 2 ways to calculate it actually. If it's a blunt object, it's bludgeoning damage. Otherwise, it's additional damage added on top of the thrown thing. So if I shot an arrow and grew it, you'd add force damage to the arrow as well as the default arrow piercing damage.
Mhm.
But yes, it's generally a d12 per pound, or per, not per pound,
100 pounds.
per 100 pounds. Yes.
Mhm. And this is
With
800
the
pounds?
addition of velocity, however,
my
because
gosh.
velocity remains after enlarge.
Uh-huh.
Poor
So
AJ having to do so much math.
This is
Uh,
too much math.
velocity is a d6 per 10 feet that the object travels.
How hard did you yeet this boulder, Hawk? Roll me a strength
Hard
check.
is
A
possibly
heat check.
Yeet check. Okay. I don't have a modifier. I rolled a straight 18. All right.
Okay,
Let's see. The object. Let's see. D6. Okay. So in total,
oh, Izzy's gone.
if you use the
asleep.
I'm probably not going to use
Oh,
the official way to do it, because that
objects.
would mean that it instantly dies,
Seven.
most likely.
okay, it would be 7d10s plus
Oh, my
7d12s plus 6d6.
Can you please just roll with this, EJ?
Okay, I'm gonna say, here's what happens. So as you you reach into your little chest, pull out this little marble boulder, and immediately yeet it as hard as you can, very accurately, directly at this giant thing. And then the boulder expands to 64 times its original size as you're throwing it in midair. So it was a 2-foot boulder. Now it's a 16-foot boulder that is just like barreling across the ground directly towards this thing. But it's still in midair, so it's not even touching the ground. It's just a wall of rock flying towards this creature. And you just hear a sickening scorch as if this is the creature, it just like gets jello bent backward and completely obliterated as the rock just goes flying into the distance, smashes through several buildings, knocks over the wall that surrounds the entire city, and then continues like rolling down the mountain or down the island, like crashing through countless trees as it like thunders off into the distance. Meanwhile, Shroomy, who is directly behind this semi-transparent creature as it like gets obliterated and like kind of is flopped sideways. Shroomy, roll me a dex save.
It's okay, Shroomy. I only rolled 100 damage.
Oh my.
Hey, it could have been higher.
Hold on, I need my calculator. I'm not as good at math as most people.
100 force damage? That's ridiculous.
Hey, it could have been higher.
Yeah, it could have been higher, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
22 total.
22 total, yeah, okay. So you just like matrix your way out of the way, so you remain in the same position, but you just dodge in the same way that this creature just kind of like got flopped backward in 2 halves. You managed to dodge it too, and the boulder goes flying above your head before it goes crashing into everything. People, as this happens, begin to like peek out their doors and they're like, what just happened? And yeah, that's quite a mess. Now it's Guy Dude's turn.
And here I was just trying to Undertale my way out.
Yeah, true. So as you're looking at the creature who has now been like spaghettified into 2 like gummy strands, the creature kind of reforms back together and looks very upset, but it's probably only about 5 feet tall now. Like half its mass just got carried away by that boulder and rolled into the ocean. So you're probably
Does that mean half of its health is gone too?
I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. But it's definitely not a good plan. Hi Avery, how you doing? And hi other people in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get the chance to read that because we're busy.
Is this thing invincible?
This thing is not invincible. This thing is very killable.
Okay,
especially if you rolled with Ox roll.
Yeah. Hey, I could have rolled 180 damage. Alright. It could have been better.
So what would you like to do, Guy Dude? It's all up to you.
Over 100 damage and this thing is still alive.
I'm not saying that it took 100 damage.
Then where did all that damage go?
Into the buildings?
Yeah.
This time I'll throw a goblin at him.
The goblin already left. Alright, Guy Dude, what do you want to do? It's your turn.
I'm gonna attack it with my halberd.
Your halberd? Oh, you're like... okay, yeah. You can do that. Roll me to hit.
Wow. Wait, what's a hit? What's the hit one?
If you're using the app, it should be listed there on the weapons page.
D10?
Well, that's the damage for it.
Oh, that's also my hit dice.
Yeah, so the way you calculate the damage is, or the way to hit is you look at this page, and you look at the number on the left. So like the plus whatever it is that you have on the left, and you add that to a d20.
What? Show me that page again.
It's the one that lists your weapons and stuff.
Right.
I don't know if you can even see it that well.
It's the one right next to it. Oh, okay, so it is 1d10.
No, it's the one. It's the number on the left. The 1d10 on the right is how much damage it does. We're trying to roll to see whether or not you hit.
So what your weapon is, you'll see like a plus whatever. That's the number you want to add to your d20.
Oh, okay, +7. Oh, to a d20.
Yeah. Right?
Oh yeah, I forgot you have a 5 on your strength. So yeah, it should be a +7, I think.
Oh,
If it's a strength.
17.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you do manage to hit. Now roll me the damage.
Okay. Hold on a minute. 13.
Nice. Okay. So you take your halberd and you just kind of charge forward and stab it into the creature again, directly in the chest, and it goes with like an ear-piercing shriek, and it grips onto your halberd angrily. And I will say that now it is the elementals, or elemental kind of like creature, except it's an elemental of goo instead of an elemental of a normal element. And the elemental looks at you and with rage in its eyes. So, question: who knows Draconic in this group? I know Guy Dude knows Draconic. Who else knows Draconic?
I don't.
I do.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
okay.
Draconic
It's
is
a
the
language.
language.
So,
Wait, do I?
Presumably of dragons.
I only know
Wait,
Common and Orc.
I know Common, Elvis, Giant, Draconic.
Holy cow.
wow. Okay.
But I
Gotta
have
know all
18
the
health.
languages.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna deal with the devil.
Okay, let me just see here real quick.
So only Guy Dude and Hawk knows Draconic then?
Guess so.
Yeah, I highly doubt he'll listen to you after you threw a giant boulder at it.
Excuse you. I could have thrown 2.
Then why don't you just do that?
I didn't know it wasn't gonna die after 1.
So what is the range magic attack modifier thingy? How do you figure that out?
That would use wisdom, I believe is what I have written on it.
Well, yeah, but it says ranged magic attack plus wisdom rather than ranged magic attack. What is the ranged magic attack?
No. That's just what type of attack it is.
Oh,
It has
okay.
plus wisdom to hit.
Gotcha.
If it's in italics, it's just specifying a section of the.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that works. Now, let me do this real quick. Oh. Okay, that's fun. So, what happens is, Hawk and Guy Dude are the only ones who know Draconic, right? Is that what we established?
Mhm.
Okay. So, the elemental looks angrily at Guy Dude, and he directs his speech towards Guy Dude. But Glampario and Shroomy also hear in their minds a strange, dark, silky voice happening. And what Glampario and Dravis hear is Volo Salam Doja Silgraz Tesikim Sinako. And it's like sends shivers down your spine, and it feels like the voice in your minds is actually causing you deep distress. And you guys take 11 damage. Meanwhile, Glampario and Dravis each take 11 damage. Meanwhile, Guy Dude, you also take the damage, but you hear, "Who dares challenge the Dragon's Scourge? I know your soul." And that's all he does at this point. So he deals 11 damage to all 3 of you. Now it is back to Shroomi's turn.
Well,
Yeah, I'm running. Bye.
You, yeah, okay.
I am about dead.
Can our next enemy be someone who doesn't speak Italian?
I guess I'll try to hit him.
Okay, yeah, and you are still behind him, and if I assume he may not have, I don't know if he noticed you or not, considering he just got like spaghettified around you and then came back together. So he's still behind you're still behind him, and you can try to backstab him if you'd like.
That works.
All right, go for it.
So 13.
13. Okay. Is that to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do not manage to hit it. You try to swipe at him, but you just somehow miss. Maybe you're too spooked by being matrixed on the ground. Jebby, you're up.
Okay, so who's nearby me right now?
Your whole party is nearby you except Shroomy, who is behind the creature.
And
Yeah, 2 HP.
who got hit
And
by
me
the?
running for my life.
Yeah, Glumpario's gonna run as soon as it's his turn.
Okay.
Actually,
Guy dude, was
you guys
he hit
have this-
with?
The same initiative, so you can do something if you want, Glumpario. If you want to just run.
Yeah, I'm running.
Okay, so Glumpario just turns and starts running as fast as he can in the opposite direction.
I am not going to stay in this fight for any longer. I have 2 HP left.
Also do I. I'm staying in the fight.
Oh man.
Was Guy dude hit with this ability thing?
Guy Dude was hit with this, yes.
Okay, I'd like to use lay on hands on him and give him 5 more health.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
That's all I do.
Okie doke. And Glumpario just turns and runs, starts screaming through the town again, as usual. And then, Hawk, you're up again.
Okay.
Probably to finish it off.
Alright. No. We can't just
watch out
kill
for Shroomy
this
this.
thing, right?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
We
no! Oh no!
We gotta weaken it down.
Oh,
And then we gotta try and capture it, right? So,
just gonna put it in your box of boulders and shake it around.
if I throw another rock at it, it might die, which would be unfortunate. So instead, would anyone like to volunteer as a test subject?
What? What?
And what are you going to want us to
I don't remember
do?
that feature in Pokemon.
I need someone to be my Pokemon as I attempt to disable this creature.
No, thank
What?
you. It sounds dumb.
Trust me, it's a brilliant plan.
What are you?
And if you don't volunteer, I'll just choose someone at random. So,
What the heck are you doing?
Use the turtle. The turtle's running.
Either Blastoise
Yeah,
or
but
Dragonite.
that's true. He is running the wrong way, though. But then again, yes, actually, Guy Dude just got healed, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, he sounds like a good volunteer. Guy Dude.
He's also next in the
What's he
initiative order.
Exactly. Think of what a brilliant plan this could be.
I am frightened.
Poor Guy dude.
Just don't
Here-
throw him into
here's
the
what-
ocean.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? So, what if I wait for him to charge the monster, jump at it, and then I enlarge him?
So you're going to ready your action to enlarge him while he jumps at the monster.
Yes.
I always wanted a Mega Dragonite.
I mean, sure, sounds like a plan. All right.
No. Maybe this is a bad idea.
Maybe run it past him as a character.
Technically, Guy Dude's halberd is still in the creature's chest, so you could cast enlarge on it.
No,
And-
no, that's too easy.
Okay.
That's too easy.
New plan. We reduce the monster. Yes. No. Wait.
You're gonna have to at some point.
And have the halberd just fall on top of it.
Wait, how big is it right now?
It's 5 feet tall. I mean,
Huh.
you could do your brilliant plan that I
Alright.
discovered for what you're planning on doing on that creature instead.
New plan. Alright. So, I'm going to take out my large box
Oh no.
that has the Bellsprout and stuff in it and dump it out, right? Which
Okay.
leaves the lid open. It's on a hinge, we'll say. Right?
Okay.
So that it's kind of, and turn it upside down. I would like to attempt, Guy Dude, will you help me out? Will you throw me in the air so that I can attempt to drop the box on the monster while enlarging the box and thus trapping it inside?
Sure.
Awesome.
The box has air
Alright.
holes in it. What are you trying to accomplish?
Yes, but at least it'll be in the box.
Okay.
Then I can say, then if it escapes, I can say, "Oh well, I tried," and then faint it. All right.
This is how the campaign comes to an end. We're all just gonna get killed by the
Oh, wait.
manifestation of a plague.
New plan.
New.
This is the fourth
Yeah,
new plan you had.
new plan. All right. Instead, sorry, this is taking a lot of thought.
I can see the stink coming out of the Pando's head.
Yes. Okay. New plan.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Is there a house nearby?
There are many houses. Oh my gosh! Please don't shrink the house.
Is it within 60 feet?
Yes, there are houses within 60 feet of you.
Alright, I just wanted to know. So I'm going to
Okay,
cast
let's-
Reduce on the monster.
You're gonna cast Reduce on the monster. How many? I guess it's a 1 action per turn thing. Okay. So you
Yeah.
cast Reduce on the monster, and it shrinks to 1/8 of its size. 1/8 of 5 feet. Let me.
Well, I mean, it can roll against it if it wants.
That's true. It is a Constitution saving throw, right?
If it feels like it doesn't want to, yes.
It definitely doesn't. What's the DC on that?
That's a good question. The DC is
It probably
15.
didn't make it. Yeah, it didn't make it.
awesome. Alright. So yes, it does the shrinky shrinks.
Okay.
1 minute.
So it shrinks to.
To 0.625 feet.
No, it shrinks to 7.5 inches, which I guess is the
Is
same measurement. Yeah,
0.625.
okay. Okay, yeah. So it shrinks to 7.5 inches tall, and it goes, and now it looks much less menacing. If you'd like to turn around,
Grab
go in
that for
Pario.
me.
What about grab that? Oh, you want?
Someone grab that for me.
Okay. So Guy Dude, you're up. The creature just shrinks, and it's like as tall as Dravis's boot right now. Dravis is just looking down at it like, what?
Stomp on it.
You want to
Just
jump
stomp
on
on
it?
Stomp on it. I need
Stomp
that.
on it, yeah.
Yeah, please just
What?
Mario it. Can we end this now?
I don't have a muck in the deck yet.
Boop, 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 boop.
I don't know what that is.
I assume
Muck
it's
is a
Pokemon.
Pokemon. A sludge Pokemon.
So,
Probably a bad
what you
idea.
gonna do, Guy Dude?
Try to stomp on it.
Aw, poor Hawk. He's trying to collect it. Alright. So you go up to it and you try to bring down your foot and just straight up stomp on it. Also, actually, I forgot to mention, while it's reducing in size around this halberd of Guy Dude's that's already stabbed into its chest, as it's shrinking, it just kind of like gets split across the middle again by the shrinking self around this object that's staying the same size. So it causes some more damage to it as it's shrinking down. And now it's that small. Guy Dude, you go over and you try to stomp on it. Roll to hit. Just a regular unarmed
What about
strike,
the
I
javelin
guess.
that's in the middle? That's like right through his eyes.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was there too. Same thing happens. No wait, no, that already got dealt with when the boulder flew by. That javelin is gone.
Oh,
Technically, anything that's inside of it also shrinks. So, his halberd.
so
would
I no
also
longer
shrink.
have a javelin.
Yeah, your javelin is very gone. It got sent like across the island. As far as the halberd goes, I don't know. It's whatever.
Oh, it says I have 4 of them, so I'm still good.
So the halberd is still the same size. Halberd is just on the ground. Guy Dude, roll a regular. Fuck, what would this be? What's the added addition for a unarmed
Strength
strike?
stomping.
Okay, yeah, just a strength roll.
Second. 13.
13. Okay. As you're trying to stomp down on it, your boot just barely misses this little creature who kind of goes, "Eh," and like tries to jump out of the way. But you do, like, as you hit the ground, like a little spurt of like pebbles and dirt lands on him, and he's like, ah. All right, now we are up to the elemental's turn. Let's see what he tries to do. He is going to focus down and attempt to grow bigger. Let me see what he does. It does not work.
Man, I was gonna try and step on him again.
It does not work. he attempts to grow larger, but all he manages to do is like make himself like blow up like a balloon a little bit. So he's just like 8 inches tall now, but he's still the same wimpy self. And now it's Shroomi's turn. Would you like to also try to step on him?
I kind of just turned to I forget Huck's character's name at this point.
Alvin.
Alvin, I'd be like, "You want help trying to capture this?"
Yes.
You could just kick him, like kick the creature at Hawk, and just have Hawk hold the chest out and.
4. It's a home run.
I guess I'll just try to pick the creature up and then hand it to Hawk. I guess. I don't know.
Hand it. Here you go.
Okay.
It's like a used tissue.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to make you roll for anything or not.
Have it by him.
I was like, oh, roll a grapple, but then I'm like, wait, he's like barely able to resist. So I'll say, yeah, you don't need to roll anything. You just easily pick it up. You will feel like the flesh of your hand is slightly dissolving as you're trying to do this. What is that noise?
I have no clue.
I think that's
Izzy, it doesn't say you're muted.
Oh, okay. So, Shroomy, I'll say you take a point of damage from poison as you're trying to lift this creature and like bring it over to Hawk, but you're able to do this.
Okay, I'm
I guess...
at 1 HP, no biggie.
So we'll skip over to Hawk. Hawk, what are you gonna do with Shroomy bringing this over?
Oh, great. All right. So I'll take out my living room lockbox, which I kept the goblin in, and I'll just open it up and let him drop it inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also, the air holes are on the top, so I'll just flip it and put it on the ground so that the air holes are into the ground, so there's no holes coming out.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna drop in the creature?
Yeah, so like I open the door, let him drop the creature in, and then close it and flip it.
Okay. Are you gonna store it in your bag that way, or are you gonna leave this box on the ground now?
I'm gonna leave it on the ground for the moment, like holding it down, just to make sure that there's no air holes, because otherwise, because it's sludge, I guess it could get out.
Yeah, it could probably get out.
So
yeah, you have trapped the elemental now. What you guys gonna do
Awesome.
now?
I'd like
Glumporia,
to
how are you
nickname
doing?
it, and then send it to PC.
Glumporia, are you still running, or have you turned around to see what's going on?
Well, I'm at a safe distance. I guess I could turn around and look.
Okay. You don't see the creature anymore.
Doom, 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 doom.
So meanwhile, let's skip over and take a look at what happened with Izzy while this whole thing was happening.
Izzy's no longer in the chat.
Well, that's fine. Izzy and I, because again, like I said, I thought Izzy was not going to be here for this session, and I guess she kind of isn't because Discord is freaking out for her. So I had her roll a couple things while I was waiting, so that I would know where she was in order for you guys to be able to track her down and kill her. But because of that, she did some actions, and I'm gonna summarize what happened. So, Izzy was approached by the goblin. She teamed up with him. You guys know that. Then they decided to sneak into the town during this night while you guys were fighting this giant creature. So they managed to sneak in with the power of the nat 20. They snuck past all of the guards. They went to the keep, walked right past the guards that were in front of the keep. They wandered into the castle and looked around for a little bit, found the king's quarters. They went in a set of ornate double doors, like wooden doors. One of them was stuck open at a 45-degree angle because of the earthquake, which has kind of ruined the whole structural integrity of the archway that the two wooden doors are set in. So one of them was stuck open, and they were easily able to sneak in. They found a guard who was very sick and passed out in this in the king's room. So they just kind of ignored him, and they decided to hide underneath the king's bed and wait for the king to come and rest. While the king, when the king eventually came back, escorted by a couple of guards, the king found that this guard, named Nigel, was asleep and looking pretty ill. So he ordered his two guards to go and bring Nigel down to the sick bay, leaving him undefended. So the king was undefended. He just hung out for a little while, got some stuff from his dresser, changed clothes, did regular things to get ready for bed, and then he went to sleep in the bed while the shaman goblin and Izzy were both hiding underneath the bed. Then, when they were sure that he was asleep, they came out in the middle of the night, and Izzy shoved a Tide Pod, because apparently she had another Tide Pod, into the king's mouth, punctured it with her dagger, and then waited. And the king woke up and was like, and started choking on the Tide Pod. Izzy sassed him for a little bit. This is all a brief summary of what was happening while you guys were doing this. By the way, King Ray, I don't know how much of you this, how much you heard of this. And then the king started to suffocate and was having a lot of trouble with this Tide Pod in his mouth. And he spit it out and was like, "What is this?" But it was too late. He'd been startled by being awakened and seeing Banana on his bed. So he had accidentally swallowed just a little bit of this laundry detergent, which has swelled up his esophagus and make it very hard for him to breathe and everything. He tried to wheeze and ask for help, or shout for help, but no one could hear him. And he tried to reach over to his bedside table and grab out a knife and try to attack Izzy with it. Failed miserably and just kind of fell on his face off the bed while the goblin and Izzy jumped out of the window using feather falling to gracefully land on the ground and escape. And shortly after, the king died. And that's about that. That's what they were doing while you guys were fighting this giant creature in the middle of the night. So that's great fun. And your characters will probably find out about this in the morning when the townspeople and the guards start going, "Oh, the king's dead, roar!" So yeah, that's what Izzy was doing during that whole time period. Fun times. Back to you guys. What would you guys like to do now?
Dravis to stay there and make sure Normal didn't kill the king.
You wait, what?
I thought Dravis wanted to keep an eye on Izzy and make sure she didn't kill the king.
You were fighting the elemental just now. What do you mean?
I know, but remember last session I wanted to protect the king from Izzy because I knew that she was probably going to try to kill him.
I don't remember this, but either way, you were occupied at the time of the king's death. And you don't know about it yet, so that's unfortunately what happened. What would you guys like to do now? You have got the threat of the elemental pinned under a box.
1 HP.
Okay. So Hawk, what would you like to do? You got the elemental pinned.
I'm gonna go long rest also.
Alright. So, now this is where we gotta get real smart, boys. I need someone to give me a box. Because I have air holes in all of my boxes.
I just walk out immediately, go straight to the barracks.
Hey, Sebastian. Does wellness. Cactus says, "Dang, death by Tide Pod." Yeah, that's a mess.
Earth God is still dying, right?
Yep.
Okay, we really need to go save this guy. I don't care if I go alone. I'm heading there just here to help him. I'm heading to help him. I don't know where, but still.
Well, there is the pool of wisdom and stuff. Or you guys could take a long rest in the barracks like you were originally planning to.
I was gonna do.
What?
Assuming we've actually gotten rid of this thing.
Ah, yes. Stay in the middle of the place while the king is dead.
Well, we don't
Place
know
will
the
turn into
king
a war
is
zone
dead.
pretty soon.
Yeah, you guys have no idea that the king is dead yet. You'll find out in the morning, probably.
Whatever, I'm heading to the pool of wisdom.
In the middle of the night?
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
I got it.
Are you gonna bring everyone else with you, or are you gonna... I'll take a long rest first?
I'm taking
long rest.
I got stuff to do before I can long rest.
Oh no. Golempario, it seems like your friends are wanting to go with you, but they want to take a long rest first. What would you like to do? Do you want to go off without them, or do you want to wait for them?
I'm low on health, so I might as well rest.
Alright,
Did we get to
agree
level
with
up from that fight? Just kidding.
You probably will get to level up after this, I would say.
Hey, there you go, Hawk. You're gonna get to do a time reduce.
I'll
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out in a second.
EJ.
Yeah.
So I'd like to expend my sorcerer points, of which I have 3, in order to get an extra spell slot of the 2nd level, which will then allow me to cast Reduce one more time, which I can then use to reduce the box, which also reduces all of its contents, which means that the creature is then reduced by another factor of 8 and is inside of this miniaturized box. I will then take the box and plug the holes with some ripped cloth that I have left over in my inventory. I will then take my box that is stuffed with ripped cloth with my miniaturized creature and run to the nearest shop, where I will then immediately ask for a box.
Why don't you just put the box in one of your other boxes and have it?
So all my boxes have air holes.
Well, you can put it on the, like, put the air holes against a part of the box that is plugged. I don't know. Okay,
Well,
yeah,
but-
you can do that. So you go to the nearest shop in the middle of the night. Nobody's manning the shop.
That's fine. I will break in. Is there a window?
Yes.
Can I smash the window?
Yes.
Actually, is the door unlocked first?
You know, people are actually awake and, like, looking around, like, what the heck just happened, because they just heard, like, a gigantic earthquake of a boulder smashing past.
Hawk, y'all better stop this.
Okay, so I'll smash open the window.
Okay, yeah,
if the door
sure.
is not unlocked.
Yeah, why not? I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Just do your thing.
Amazing. Where's the closest box?
There is a large chest, like about 3 feet long, 2 feet deep, and 2 feet thick, against the wall below the window.
Alright. Does it look like it's airtight?
Yes.
Awesome. I'll open it up, I'll dump my miniaturized monster out of my lockbox into the trunk, and then shut the trunk. And then I will drag the trunk out and sleep in the wild.
In the wild? You want to sleep in the woods?
Yes.
Okay, roll me.
On top of my trunk.
And how are you gonna get this chest out of the door? Or the window? Or wherever you're trying to get it out of?
I figure I can unlock the door from the inside.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So I should be able to just drag it out. They wouldn't have this trunk for sale if it couldn't leave the shop.
I mean, I didn't say that the trunk was actually for sale, but okay. So you have it.
Alright.
I'll say that what's in it is a bunch of textiles, like you've got some cloth squares and stuff. And
They'll
you
have
just,
a nice bed.
yeah, okay, sure. So you drag this chest out into the middle of the wild, and instead of to the barracks, for some reason.
Yes, and I sleep on it. Well, yeah, because
On it.
otherwise, you know, they might come looking for me.
Okay. Every once in a while, you hear like the faint little "I'll get you" of the creature inside trying to cast magic at you, but failing. Okay, so everyone's taking a long rest in the barracks except Hawk, who is sleeping in the woods for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone gets a long rest, gets back your HP, spell slots, and all that nonsense. Good plan. And it is now the morning time, and you immediately hear one of the guards come into the barracks and say to the others, "The king is dead. Up and at him. Got work to do."
What did you say?
The king is dead.
How did he die?
We're not sure. It seems like he's been poisoned.
On the guard's watch? What is wrong with you?
The guards were on watch, but many of them are sick. Trust me, we're as angry as you are.
We should have shrunk the king.
Guy dude, do you mind coming to detect what kind of poison this is? We might find out who did it.
Not at all.
Alright, I'd like to go with Guy dude to... Oh, actually, I'd have to ask where he is right now, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where is the king's body? Guy dude can figure out what kind of poison was used, if there was poison.
Well, we think we know what kind of poison it is. We can show you if you'd like. If you know anything about it. Very well. And this guard, who seems to be the guy in charge, he kind of yells at the other guys in the barracks to get ready and start doing things. If you'd like to heal any of the other guards who seem to be sick in this area, you do have your paladin heal points back, so you can use those again if you'd like.
I'm just ignoring them as I follow.
Okay, Guy Dude, are you gonna do that or no? On your way out?
Sure.
Okay, so you heal 3 more people, if you're okay with that, on the way out. You don't have to use all your points if you don't want to.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, cool. So 3 more guards get healed, so making the total 7 guards that are healed, and 2 more that still don't look too good, but are mostly okay. And then you follow this captain of the guards across the hall, or actually, you outside the building to back to the keep. There's lots of silverware dying in the background. And then...
Yeah, my brother's gathering stuff.
Gotcha. Oh.
I hear lots of plates. Is Izzy in the premises?
No.
Eating plates? Alright.
My brother's getting supper ready.
So the guard leads you to the main hall of the keep, or like the main entrance where you guys were earlier when you had those 3 paths to choose from. You see that the king is being... Like, the king's body is at the bottom of the stairs to the left, as though he'd fallen down the stairs and been crawling. But there are people like trying to right him and like honor him, get him into a proper state, so he's not just like flailed there on the ground for no reason. And his mouth looks like he's got blue and orange, like residue of some kind in his white beard. And leaking down his face a little bit. His face is blue, as though he was asphyxiated in some way. And there seems to be like a trail of drool and like laundry pod detergent that goes up the red carpet, up the stairs, and off to the right when the passage takes a right.
Do you recognize this guy, dude?
Yeah,
So is it who we think it is?
think so.
I haven't killed her in time.
Oh no.
She took another...
Another what?
She took another, that's all I said.
Sorry, it sounded like you
Gosh,
cut out.
DM! Listen to me, DM!
Please listen.
It sounded like Discord cut out. I couldn't tell if you said another word after that. Okay.
What is this Discord that the DM is using?
I'm sorry. It's discordant. Hey, Kamui, welcome. Alright, so what's the plan now? Does anyone have any spells to like track down Izzy magically or anything? Gamer's intuition?
What an excellent question.
Oh boy.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh boy.
God. I just help with prepping the king's body for his whatever they're going to do.
Alright, so wait. I say we split up a bit, since like apparently Hawk knows how to track down Banana. How
Of course
about
I do.
Hawk?
There's only one route that's open. All the other ones are closed until you complete the next one. And then you can come back and use cut.
Oh.
And also I'm in the woods, so you can't be talking to me.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
true.
Alright. I say we
Trey again.
split up. Right.
Who are you talking to? Like, Guy Dude and I are
I think
taking care of the king.
I think everyone is still in a group at this point. I'm not sure. Dravis and
Did Dravis
Vampire,
follow us?
I assumed they did.
Sneakily.
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 On there.
Alright. I'm gonna wait until tonight where everyone's in one place so we can just group up and discuss this.
Okay. So it is early morning at this point. So yeah, if you want to wait until you can group up with Hawk again before you discuss that, that's fine. Hawk, what would you like to do? Are you just in the woods waking up?
Oh yeah, did I get my long rest?
Yep, you get your long rest.
Awesome.
I got a long rest too, right?
Yeah, everyone got a long rest.
Alright. How
Alright,
much does
well
that
that's
heal?
nice.
I will say that we probably haven't leveled up yet. Maybe I'll have you guys level up in just we'll level you up at the end of this.
Alright.
The end of the session.
Okay.
But don't
sounds
use level up
fine to
things
me.
yet.
How much do I heal?
Full.
Full.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'd like to, while keeping my trunk closed, continue to communicate with my pet Muck. I'm going to name Timmy.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna name
So-
it Timmy. Okay.
Yes. I would like to tell Timmy that we can work together to take over the world and beat the Pokemon League.
Okay. You can't hear Timmy's
So-
response because he's too tiny and his vocal cords.
Well, I mean, he
Or-
would have he would have grown a little bit, probably. How big was this trunk?
He's only an inch tall, isn't he?
Well, no, but like,
Oh, because he grows to fit the
yeah,
available
because I
size.
did it twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, well, he doesn't. Yeah, he grows to if the next one up is still fit. So because I reduced him twice, remember?
Okay. So,
So I think he'd be. He's not an inch tall.
well,
He'd be.
wouldn't he fit? He'd grow to fit the available size inside the trunk, so he'd be maybe.
Unless
2 feet,
not
so-
for humanoids. Objects do that, but because humanoids would take crushing damage, they don't. In order to fix the problem of you could just insta kill someone
Mm-hmm.
by reducing them and then putting them in a box.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like why the goblin, when I released him, he instantly like popped out and grew.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Like unless I open it, he won't pop out and grow. But he should be 7.5 inches tall.
Yeah.
Because the first reduction will go away.
Okay. So yeah, you just hear him like being angry and trying to cast in like angry words at you or whatever.
No, Timmy. Listen to me, Timmy. All right. Now look, Timmy. If you help me capture the turtle, I'll let you go.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you know Draconic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's like,
All right. I'm
The turtle is one of us.
what did you
Wait,
say,
what?
Jack?
What did he say?
The turtle is one of us.
I just blocked you on Discord, Hawk.
Thanks.
What?
So, Timmy doesn't seem to be very helpful.
Are you trying to figure out a way to discipline your new pet?
Yes. How big is this trunk?
This trunk is 3 feet long by 2 feet thick in other directions.
Okay. So 6 cubic feet.
Got some good noms there, Jeb Jebby?
Yes.
Mhm.
Threaten to make him so small he disappears out of existence.
Okay. So I'll cast reduce on the trunk. So
Look at
that'll
the-
make it. What?
No, I was just complaining. I think I did my math wrong for the elemental corruption. Or, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was correct, but I feel like it was... I don't know, it didn't make sense. It's fine. Continue.
Okay. So I'll cast reduce on the trunk,
Okay.
which will then make it 9 inches cubed,
Okay.
according to your dimensions.
Okay.
Alright. Then I'll take my 9-inch cube trunk and put it inside of my 1-foot cube lockbox. Because remember, I dumped him out of the lockbox.
Yeah.
Then I'll cast reduce on the lockbox,
Okay.
which will then shrink the lockbox
Okay.
to. One second, I'm doing math.
Like
To-
2 a little bit inches or something? 1 inches or something?
Yes, very small.
Yeah.
And then I will take my beautiful, very small lockbox, and I will shake it around very violently.
Okay.
And then I will yell at Timmy inside, "You can come out when you're ready to play nice." And I'll put it in my bag.
Alright.
I'll make sure it's locked and secured.
So you only have 1 more spell slot at this point, right?
One more 3rd level, yeah.
Okay. Wow, okay. So, yeah, Timmy's, not doing so well. He's quite annoyed. Would you like to rejoin the rest of the group?
Yeah, then I'll go rejoin them.
Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. I also use a second level spell slot to cast Disguise Self, so that I can, or a first level spell slot, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
To cast Disguise Self, so that I can appear as an older version of myself, which just looks exactly like me, but with a white beard.
Okay.
Your top of your head is the same color of hair, but your beard is white.
Yes,
All right.
I am completely identical in all ways except I have a white beard.
All right. So this white bearded version of the same person that you guys already know walks back up to you guys. Actually, the guards kind of stop him and they're like, "Who are you? What are you doing? Oh, you were here yesterday, but still, what are you doing here?"
It's quite large, but white beard. Here, I'll give you a description.
Oh no.
Give you an example.
I'm just trying to get you guys to be able to talk before we have to end. Technically, we're supposed to end now. But we can keep going if we want to.
Okay. There you go. That's all I needed.
Oh my gosh.
Goes all the way down to your belly.
That's an amazing beard. Alright.
Yeah, so what's up?
So the guards are like, what are you doing back here?
My name is Charlie Goodshow, and I'm the head of the Pokemon League. Would you be interested in hosting this year?
The rest of the party can hear you, Hawk from inside, because you're only about 15 feet away or something. Would you guys like to go take a look and see what's going on outside the front door?
Sure.
Am I still helping with preparing the body?
Yeah, you can be if you'd like. This is...
Yeah, I'm still helping with preparing the body.
Okay. So Shermie, would you like to do anything? Or Jack?
I'm
No.
good.
Okay. So Guided kind of takes a look out there and he's like... He sees a hawk with a beard now. What would you like to do, Guided?
I don't know.
Do you want to help him get in? So you just see him trying to talk his way past the guards and you're just like, what?
What's Hawk's name again?
Alvin.
Alvin.
Alvin?
But right now, I'm Charles Goodshow.
I'll just be like, why do you have a beard now, Alvin?
No, I'm Charlie Goodshow, head of the Pokemon League.
What are you talking about?
The two guards look back to you and they're like, do you know I don't know what's going on here, man. Did you guys have anything to do with the king dying?
The king died?
Oh, he did. He was poisoned.
That's unfortunate. Do you need a new one?
Oh boy.
It's funny
Does
you
the
should
king even
mention
have an
that.
heir? Do I even know if the king has an heir?
That's what I was going to mention. I was going to say the guards go, funny you should mention that. The heir is also sick with the plague. There's
Excellent.
quite a lot of concern at this point. But obviously we can't just have a random old man walking in and asserting himself
That
as the
is
new...
debatable.
Hey,
I will defeat you in a Pokemon battle.
Do I hear the guards say that while I'm helping prepare the king? Body of the king?
Yeah, I'll say that you haven't walked off yet with the king's body. So yeah, you're still in the general area.
Okay, so I look to the people that I'm helping, and I tell them, I'm going to go check on the prince. Or is it princess? Do I know which one it is?
It's the prince.
Prince, okay. I'm going to go check up on the prince and try to remove the illness from
That would be fantastic if you can do that. We've needed healers for quite some time.
Very well. So I go to the...
You go to the
I'll
prince?
go with him.
We can't just have you random people walking around here like they own the place.
Don't worry about it. I'm the head of the Pokemon League.
What the heck's a Pokemon? Pull out your Bellsprout here.
It's like the Bellsprout's half dead because he forgot to feed it.
I mean, you watered it with your tears, apparently, so...
Oh my god.
So, Glompario, did you want to talk to everyone about the plan, now that you're all, like, in the same general area, before everyone wanders off and does their own thing?
Yes, please.
Okay. What would you like to say?
Stop me before I go to the prince?
Yeah, Jebby is, like, about to wander off. Hawk is trying to talk his way into the room, but you're all within, like, 15 feet of each other. What would you guys like to talk about?
Alright. If everyone could just meet up right here. I need to discuss some things.
We need to get to the prince. I have urgent business to discuss with him. My name is Charlie Goodshow.
He's just gonna, like, shrink him and be like, I am the prince now!
Davis just pulls out his mug and just starts drinking.
Okay.
Davis, would you like some help with that?
No.
Okay.
He doesn't want that. I just, I stop in my tracks, but I don't face towards, Glompario.
What do you need to talk about?
Well, we're dealing with a lot of stuff right now between the king dying and, you know, the god of the earth dying. Did you forget about that?
No, maybe.
Kaiju has no idea what's happening most of the time.
Got sidetracked, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Worse than I thought.
So,
Alright.
So the god of the earth is dying. Everyone on the earth is dying because of the plague. We got a murder revenge plot thing going on with Banana. The supervillain squad being formed by the goblin. We got the orcs attacking in the south, and we got a boulder rolling down the hill and breaking the entire forest.
Basically say all that.
And Charles Goodshow.
Yeah.
Shut up, Alvin!
Sedgwick says everybody dies, the end. I mean, it's possible. We'll be back here next season.
Alright, so... I say we split up. Who here knows how to track Banana?
I do. She's with the prince.
Alright, you! Wait, point at Ray's character. You, what's your name again?
I look at him in the corner of my eye. And
his name is Hebby-Doo.
What?
What?
Is that another Pokemon I don't know?
My name is Jebby.
Right. Jebby. You and Alvin, and maybe someone else.
Charles Goodshow.
Alvin. Alright. Jebby, Guy Dude, and Charles. You go check on the prince and track
Charlie to
down
my
Banana.
friends.
Everyone else, if that's anyone else,
Travis and you.
we are going to save the Earth Gods, because if not, then this island will be destroyed with everyone on it. Alright?
Very well. Do as you need to do.
I will point out that Dravis and Gaidude are the ones that can't use magic and can't do anything in terms of curing people. Unless Glompario can cast exorcism now that he's touched the book and has regained magical wisdom.
Gaidude has exorcism.
Yeah, but Gaidude is going with you guys, I thought.
Oh.
Alright, so I'll start walking towards the prince. Jebby, please lead the way.
Yes, I'm leading the way to the prince.
Awesome.
Okay, so the guards just kind of bury their heads in their hands and they're like, okay, Jebby, watch after this lunatic.
And I'll cast Prestidigitation and create a Pokemon League badge in my hand to show them, to prove that I am the head of the Pokemon League.
Oh, that's very impressive. Pardon me, old timer. Go ahead.
Oh lord.
All right. So,
Alright.
Guy Dude,
First
are
up,
you
Pool of
going
Wisdom.
with the Pool of Wisdom team, or are you going with the Healing the Prince and tracking down Banana team?
I think I'm gonna go with the Pool of Wisdom team because if I don't, I think me and Jebby are gonna have to fight because our oaths are kind of contradictory.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so you're gonna join the Glampario squad, and do you guys just want to arrange any plans to meet up later, or are you just gonna go and do your things?
I think. Why don't we meet at the Pool of Wisdom when?
Once the revenge
Y'all
is sorted.
are done with-
Meet us at the pool. That works.
All right, we're gonna go swimming.
As we walk, I'd like to take out some of my many pieces of parchment and draw a circle, fill it in entirely with black ink, and show it to Jebby and say, "What Pokemon is this?"
I ignore him.
What Pokemon is it? Oh!
It's a Jigglypuff from above.
Who is that Pokemon? I've been reading chat every once in a while, so Trey, I'm not completely terrible. I just keep getting distracted because I'm having to do ridiculous amounts of math and stuff. Okay, so I guess we'll go with Jebby and Hawk first, who are going to the prince. So the captain of the guard again kind of points you to the right direction, which is the door down the hall. That would have been directly ahead from the main entrance. You guys wander down there. There are 2 more guards posted by that door. They seem a little out of it, but they're still doing their job, holding up spears and being menacing. You walk up to them, and they're like,
Halt! What do you need?
I'm here to heal the prince. Out of my way.
Very well. And they...
I'm the head of the Pokemon League. And I'll show him my badge. My name is Charles Goodshow.
I don't want to hear about it. Just go.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That picture, man.
Yeah. I was
Okay, so
looking
I go
at the
into
camera.
his room and I would like to look for him.
Okay, so as you walk into this this room, you see that there are plenty of beds in this room. It looks like kind of a makeshift hospital wing with like beds every few feet, and there are many sick people in this area, with several people like tending to them and trying to make sure that they're all okay. One of the people does appear to have 2 guards stationed beside him, and he looks like he's dressed in like more fine clothes than some of the other people in the area.
I'll walk up to them.
Okie doke. The 2 guards, again, or who are stationed by the bed, kind of look at you and they're like, "What do you need? What are you doing in
Leave
here?"
us.
What? Is he in charge? Who is this?
No, he's not in charge here.
Jebby's in charge. I'm the head of the Pokemon League. Charles Goodshow. We have an urgent matter to do here.
Stitcher says, "You know I'm feeling horrible when I've actually been paying attention to a D&D stream for 2 hours and not found it bad enough to leave yet. Or maybe it's a good stream, who knows?" Well, I mean, there have been some ridiculous memes, like Pokemon trainers and throwing gigantic boulders and stuff, so that's kind of fun. Although I did mess up a lot with math and time travel and... yeah. But we'll ignore that for now.
Okay. So, Jebby's going to take a deep...
My ears. What is this noise? Huh.
Jebby's going to take a deep breath so he doesn't snap at Hawkminer's
Charles Goodshow.
You're the same person. You're just very insistent that... Okay.
And then I tell the guards, I'm Jebby. I'm here to take care of the prince.
Is there anything you can...
Technically, he's the king now.
I am not the king now. And
No.
the prince...
The prince is the king now.
Well, the
Like,
prince
I
is
am
not,
Charles Goodshow.
the prince is not king until he has been crowned king. We have to keep the prince alive until he is crowned.
Oh, so there's still a chance for me, eh?
No, there's not a chance for you.
Oh, okay.
The guards are just listening to this whole conversation like, so are you able to do anything to help our prince?
Yes, but you must leave first.
No,
They
you
kinda
don't
look
have
at
to
each other.
leave.
Very dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
I would rather them stay and help, actually.
Huck's like, I don't like that plan. It doesn't let me kill things.
New plan.
Cast
They
Serious
stand
Person on both
outside
guards.
the door.
No, I need their help because I'm going to be using exorcism on the boy.
All right. How about we take a nice nap first?
Oh.
I've already had a long enough. I have
Yes,
to
but
get
you
this
see-
done.
Charles Goodshow needs his beauty rest.
Well, then Charles Goodshow can go somewhere else.
All right, fine. I'm gonna leave the room.
Charles Goodshow used all his spell slots is what he did. That's what
It's
he's...
untrue. I still have some.
What? I thought you used all three, because you shrunk the box
No.
twice, and then you used Disguise
Disguise
Person.
Self is a level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, which and Enlarge Reduce is a level 2. So I still have spell slots available.
Which ones?
I have
thought-
4 level 1 spell slots, which I've used 1 of. I have 2 level 2 spell slots, which I can refresh 1 of if I want to, which I haven't done yet. But I've used both of those, and then I have cantrips.
You know, I don't know how spell level works, so that's
Me
interesting.
neither, to be honest.
Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway. So what are you doing, exactly?
Well, I'm waiting for the guards to move out of the way so I could get to the prince.
I left.
Well, the guards are still there. They weren't blocking your path, but they just allow you to approach. And,
Guards, ready your weapons. I'm going to be using exorcism on the boy to move the taint, and we'll have to fight it.
You can find.
You're going to be using what?
I'm going to be using exorcism, a spell, to remove the taint from the boy.
That sounds dangerous.
It is dangerous, but it will cure him of the disease.
I'd like to shout from the hallway, I told you should leave!
Okay. So the guards have no idea what's going to happen. The people who are in this room that are like tending to the people who are sick are kind of looking up at you like, what exactly? What do you mean you're going to have to fight it? What? Are you going to hurt
The
our...
infestation will manifest itself, in which we're going to have to fight it.
Just like we did with Muck.
Just like we did last night.
You mean when you destroyed half of the city?
That was Charles Goodshow who did it.
No,
Charles
I believe his
Goodshow!
name was Alvin.
Who is also Alvin, by the way.
What is Jack doing?
I have no clue.
Stop.
Okay. So the guards are like, well, we're ready, I suppose. Does it have to be done in here?
Well, we could take him
Somebody
somewhere
on Twitch, feel
else.
free to clip that.
If you help me take him somewhere else, that's safer. But we need more military men if you can bring more.
We can... If it'll cure our prince.
It will cure the prince, I promise you. Or my name's not Jeb Jebby.
Well,
My name's not Charles Goodshow.
well,
That's the truth.
we'll muster all our forces then, I suppose.
Alright, I'd like to help have one of the guy. Actually, I'm going to have Charles Goodshow help me take
No,
the...
I am in the hallway.
Charles Goodshow, get your butt in here!
Hmm. How much health do you have?
Me?
Yes. Just a
38.
question.
I thought it was 39.
39? I had to change it because of the fact that my computer messed up and it reduced it to 12. That's why I had to change it back.
I see.
Okay. So,
New plan.
how tough did these guards look?
Push him away the moment they're about to crown him so they accidentally crown you. It's a flawless plan. Just roll a dice and you'll know how it works. Please stop.
Please.
Hawk asked how tough these guards look.
Roll me perception.
Okay.
Please crit fail.
I got
Please crit fail.
16 plus, wait, plus 4, so 20.
Yeah, they definitely look like they're infected with the plague, and they're like kind of putting on a facade of being tough and like definitely okay, but they don't seem like they're actually okay. But they're like trying to maintain an aura of I'm totally okay and ready to do whatever.
Okay, so, I'd like to, I've got to, oh man, how am I going to do this?
I feel like
Are you-
Hawk is going to undermine my plans here.
I feel like Hawk's just gonna like chuck a boulder and have it like expand 8 times the size of it and just like crush the prince and the
I don't
guards.
want the guards to die. That's the problem. I'm a nice guy.
Okay.
But you're going to kill the
Good show.
prince.
No, I don't want the prince to die either.
I call huge amounts of BS.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's see.
By the way, if anyone ever needs to go at any point, just let us know. We can end at a time. We were supposed to end 20 minutes ago, but I don't mind continuing if we want to keep going.
I like continuing. If everyone else is fine with it.
Okay.
I can keep going, I think.
So, yeah, okay. I'll come in and ask what he wants. What do you want?
Shroomy, do the dabs! Shroomy, do the dabs!
No.
Shroomy, do the dabs!
No.
Jeremy.
Hello and welcome to Fortnite.
Alright, what do you want?
When we look back at this footage in
I'd
about
like your
4
help
years,
to move the prince out to the courtyard. We're going to do the same thing as we did yesterday.
I didn't like what we did yesterday. I mean, Alvin
you got
didn't
your-
like what you did yesterday. He told me about it.
But Alvin got his... whatever he called it. Pokemon.
Timmy! I mean, that's what he said.
Right, he got Timmy.
Alright, I'll make a deal with you.
I will
If
say
you
that
send
this,
the guards away, I'll help.
why do you
But
want
it would
the guards
only be
gone?
you and me versus it.
That's fine.
We're going to need help.
No, it's fine.
You could just climb the keep and just like throw rocks that expand on it.
No, I'm going to have the guards help.
Well, then you don't have my help. I'll walk out again.
You there, guard, help me take the prince to the...
Very well.
Alright,
But
so
I will say
we'll-
I'm only trusting you because the king trusted you.
I'd also, wait, as I leave, I'd like to, just real quickly cast Suggestion, thank you, Jack, on the guard that is not walking over to help.
Okay.
Okay, so he
Okay.
needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Of...
Okay. Okay. What's the
Okay.
DC for it?
15.
Yep, he passed it.
Did he? Okay, I'll just head out
Good.
the door then.
What were you going to suggest for him to do, though?
No, it's fine.
No, I really want to know. Because
No,
I
it's
didn't have to
wonderful.
tell you that he failed until after I heard your plan, but... Okay, fine. We don't know for now.
so we help take the prince out to the courtyard,
Yep.
and
I'm staying
would-
at the castle.
Alright, so both guards are there, and they also recruit 2 other guards, along with a couple others who are observing and guarding the area. And these 4 guards come and help carry the prince out to the courtyard, and they're like, trying trying to make sure that the prince is okay. Meanwhile, the other 3 guard the perimeter and make sure that nobody gets nearby while you guys are about to do your thing.
Is there a window or somewhere I can watch from that's like safe?
You can go into one of the nearby houses and watch, or the shop that you recently broke into, or you could go to the keep and watch from the main entrance.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll go to... Wait, so how far away is the main entrance from the death zone?
Main entrance is probably about 30 to 40 feet away from the death zone.
Okay. Sure, I'll stand at the 30 feet zone.
Okay.
30 feet away.
Sure.
I'd like to sit cross-legged.
Okay. So, are you going to cast Exorcism, Jebby?
Okay, man, I want you to surround the area that I will be putting the monster at. Alright?
Alright. So, we stab... What are we going to be stabbing? We're not stabbing the prince, right?
No, we're not stabbing the prince. You'll see it once it comes out. So I'd like to, before casting exorcism on him, I'd like to use all 15 of my points to heal him.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. So you use all 15 points to heal him, and he seems like he's doing significantly better. Yep.
And then I'll use exorcism on him.
Okay. Let me just do some math real quick. Change my math at the last second.
I changed your math.
Yeah, you changed my math at the last second. That's fun.
Well, it should significantly weaken the enemy.
Yep. You're right. That's why I have to change my math. Alright, so you go ahead and you heal the boy, and he seems like he's doing a lot better. He like sits up and he's like, wow, I feel a lot better. And now do your thing.
Yep. Use exorcism on him.
All right.
Take the creature out and throw it in the middle of the guards.
All right. You put your hand on the boy and do the same pulling out motion, and the goo monster flies out, and this time the color is orange and a slightly different color. It's more of a black color instead of a gray color.
It's a shiny hawk.
Oh, man.
And
Can I run over and grab the prince and carry him inside while they do this?
You can if you want to, yeah. So as this goo monster is forming, Hawk or Jebby throws it off of his hand, like gets the goo off, and the monster is only 1 foot tall. It's just like a little 1 foot tall creature. Same scary looking goo monster as before, but it's only 1 foot tall.
And then Charles Goodshow comes to the rescue and grabs the prince and carries him away inside.
Yeah, Charles goes ahead and like carries the boy back inside to safety, followed by the 3 guards who were going to guard the prince. And now Jebby and these 4 guards stand facing this goo monster. Roll initiative.
All right. 22.
Nice. Okay, you're probably gonna go first.
I'd like to carry him as deep into the castle as possible.
Okay. Oh no.
I feel like he's going to usurp the prince.
Okay, so there are 3 guards that are chasing or like following along with you to keep the prince safe.
That's fine. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm just keeping him safe.
Okay.
Right.
Nobody trusts you, Hawk. Nobody trusts you. Alright, so it's your turn, Jebby. What would you like to do? This little
I would like
burnt orange creature is just kind of blubbing at you and being angry.
He's aiming at me. Oh, okay. Can I use Shield of Faith on me?
What's the stats on the spell? Is it a touch spell? Like, what kind of spell is it?
It's voice, semantics, 1 bonus action, area 60 feet, duration 10 minutes. A shimmering field appears around it surrounds a creature of your choice within range.
Hawk, can he cast it on himself? I think he can, right?
Can he cast what on himself? Sorry.
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith.
Does it say target self?
It does not. It says a creature of my choice within range.
Then no, you cannot cast it on yourself.
Alright.
If it doesn't directly say self, then it has to be a multiple target in order to be able to target yourself. And even that has limitations. So if it's just a single person you're choosing, it can't be you.
Alright. Well then I will take my longsword and just attack it directly.
Okie doke. Roll to hit.
Right. I rolled 15.
15. All right. Very nice. That hits. Roll for damage.
And 20. Oh, wait, no.
20?
Sorry. I rolled the wrong dice. Rolled the wrong dice. I'm using two hands, by the way, for this. So I get a 1d10.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 11.
Okay. So you basically remember how before when the big boulder hit him, he kind of spaghettified into two strands and then came back together and sealed back up. You just slice him like completely in half, and two halves of the goo monster like fall into two little puddles and then recongeal back into a solid form that's now only about 9 inches tall, and it seems very upset. It's like, all right, now it's one of the guards.
My turn.
All right, it's one of the guards' turns. They seem disgusted by this creature, but then when they see you attack and do so well, they're given confidence to go ahead and try to attack it. So one of these guards lunges forward with his longsword, I believe.
Gets a nat 1.
Yeah, he lurches forward with his longsword and definitely manages to hit this creature.
Nice.
And he also chooses to use two hands. And doesn't do very much damage at all to this creature.
By the way, because I'm using two hands on my sword, my armor class is down to 18, I believe.
Okay, interesting.
Shield. Let's see here. Is it 18? No, it's 17.
Okay. I'm surprised that happened. So yeah, this second guard tries to slice at the creature in the same way that you just did, but the goo creature has learned from his mistake and it kind of dodges mostly, but it still manages to chop off the creature's hand just a little bit, and then that little bit of goo that got chopped off returns to the rest of the group and reconvenes with it. Yeah, it's just a little bit smaller again, but almost imperceptibly so. Also, I forgot to mention that this goo monster has the face of the king, or the face of the prince. Sorry, yeah. Not the king. All right, so now it is the elemental's turn. He is going to try to use
Hawk.
What? What's Hawk doing?
Discord.
What do you say?
Plot.
The prince can become king if I become the prince.
Prince can't become king.
I knew he was going to try something.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just terrified. Okay.
That was
modern problems require modern solutions.
Okay. Oh.
Did he miss?
No, he did not.
Nice.
Now I need to figure out what the math does. Okay, so the goo monster tries to like.
Oh, the goo monster.
The goo monster basically. It's his turn. So he takes one of his gooey arms and like lurches it forward, and it extends much farther than the actual reach of his arm, and becomes like a very long spear-like appendage that stabs into you, Jebby, and it does. The heck is that mean? Okay, I'll just do this. Okay, so it does 2 bludgeoning damage to you and 1 poison damage to you, Jebby.
Okay.
And then it retracts its goo from you after that. And even after that.
You little!
Yeah, it probably stabbed you like in the shoulder or something and didn't do too much to you. All right, and now it is guard number 3's turn, or guard number 2's turn. Sorry, guard number 2 is going to try to pull out his javelin, and he does pretty well at actually being able to hit. So what damage does he do with that? 1d6 plus 3.
Oh, Shroomy went to dinner.
Oh, okay. He does 4 damage to the creature. Alright, guard number 3. Let's just skip past these other 2 guards. One uses a pike and nat 20s. Okay, guess I can't skip him after all. Wow, I'm impressed. He only does 1 damage though, so I'm gonna say that...
1 damage?
Yeah,
with a nat 20?
Well, that was his roll, so I'm gonna say he ends up doing much more than that because of the nat 20, to like crit table or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it done, and Jebby, I'll say it's your turn. Actually, there's one more guard, I can't skip him. Just see if he nat 20s. He does hit as well.
The DM's in a hurry!
Okay, there we go. So it's your turn now, Jebby. This creature is now...
This is a speedrun campaign, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through so much. Alright.
Okay, so how does the creature look?
It looks very weak. It's like been battered and bruised by a bunch of attacks, and it's like probably only about a quarter of the size it was when you started. So it's only like 3 or 4 inches tall at this point. It's like... And it's you would notice that the goo is now more volatile. Almost like it's bubbling acid or bubbling tar or something, kind of like bubbling around and looking less like a humanoid shape and more just like a pile of goo that's bubbling around.
I would like to then hit it again
Okay.
with my sword, slicing downward.
Okay, because it's so small, I almost want to give you disadvantage, but yeah, go for it. Just go for it.
Am I doing disadvantage?
No, just roll normally. Just voicing my thoughts, because I don't know what I'm doing. As usual. 19. 19, very nice. So that hits. Roll me damage.
Another one. Can I still hold it with both hands? Because he hit me in the shoulder?
Yeah, you're still... It didn't damage you that much, so you're easily still able to use your shoulder.
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage.
Okay, yeah. And you're going for lethal damage? I should have asked that before.
Yeah, lethal.
Of course, yeah.
Totally.
Why would you want to spare a little goo monster? So yeah,
exactly.
you slam your sword down.
If your name is Hawk.
And you almost... You use almost the side of your sword, so it's not even like the cutting part. You just use the flat part of your sword and just completely squash and obliterate the goo, and it goes flying out into so many little sparks of liquid that they just can't congeal anymore, and it just gets obliterated into like evaporating little droplets of goo, and it is no more.
Very nice. Very good, Ben. I will tell the prince of your good deeds.
Thank you. Thank you for your help with curing our prince. Is he good now? Where is he?
He does not have the disease. I saw the old man take him inside.
Very well. We'll make sure he's alright. Thank you for your help, Jebby.
Yes.
Alright, so let's go take a look at Glampario, Guy Dude, and Shroomy, who is now gone. Glampario and Guy Dude, what do you guys want to do?
We just start heading up.
Alright, so you just start traveling north towards the Pool of Wisdom on the map?
Yeah.
Okie doke. So you guys begin traveling. It'll take you... I, again, have lost track of calculations for how long it takes to travel things, so let's just say it takes you a full day to travel that far. Do we want to skip ahead to when you reach the location, or would we rather... Yeah, let's just go ahead and skip ahead in time. We can always go backward and forward in time as we need, just to give you guys something to do so you're not bored while we wait for Jebby and Hawk to do whatever nonsense they're doing. Sorry about all the time jumps and stuff.
I'm trying to save a kingdom!
You're right. So sorry for all the time jumps and back and forth stuff. If it's really confusing, I can try to make like a better laid out timeline if anyone gets confused. It makes sense in my head. I hope it makes sense in everyone else's too. So we have skipped one day into the future. You are now reaching the encampment of humans with their whole battle defenses and army set up. This is where Guided was helping with men who were sick and injured. a long time ago, back at the battlefield. You're back in your old tents and everything, and you come across the general, who is still organizing things and trying to help people and doing all that nonsense. Oh, there goes Jibby. So, Glimparion Guided, what would you guys like to do? There are people walking around. Most of the men here seem sick or getting sick.
Actually, can we try and hold this off until later? I'm beginning to feel my voice dying down a bit, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, sure. Do we want to just say that this is the end of the session? Seems like everyone's needing to go anyway, and we were already over.
Mm-hmm.
How does everyone feel?
Wait, can I do my part with the prince?
Yeah, sure. Let's just do that real quick.
Okay. Since that happened simultaneously with the fight.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So.
I'm scared.
I've carried this prince away to a safe room, maybe the bedroom he was in or whatever, right?
Okay.
Wherever. Just like a bedroom.
Yeah.
And I've got my 3 guards with me too?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is a bit of a complex process.
Okay, how about you bring him back to the hospital ward with the rest of the people in there?
No, I want to be alone. That's an important part of this.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so
okay.
Roll. Which way do you want to go when you come into the room? There are people trying to deal with the king over to the left.
I can just ask the guards, like, where's the safest bedroom? He needs rest. Like that sounds reasonable.
Okay, yeah, they
probably want their prince out in the open while he's recovering.
They probably would suggest the hospital ward with the rest of the people, though.
Too bad. You can't let him get sick again. All right.
Roll me persuasion.
All right. Awesome. I'm a sorcerer. I use charisma. It's like my only good skill.
Oh my gosh. You got a 2?
No, 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you beat them all very much. So they're like, very well, where do you suggest we take him?
Where's the closest secure bedroom without anyone else in it?
I suppose the king's bedroom?
Awesome, sounds good. Let's go.
Okay. They lead you up the stairs to the left, and they bring you through the double wooden doors, like I mentioned. One of them is stuck open because of the earthquake and all that. And as you walk into the room, you notice that there is one other guard in there trying to help clean up the bed sheets from the Tide Pod goo and nonsense that's in there.
You, guard, you need to leave immediately, as do all of you. I need to deal with the rest of the exorcism process.
The what? Oh no.
Alright, so then I'd like to cast Prestidigitation to create a miniature version of the goo monster, which I should know pretty well because I've shrunk one. I've got a pet one called Timmy. And I'd like to just act like I'm taking it off of the prince's head, but it's fake, and then just chuck it at the ground and stomp on it so that it vanishes.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Okay, not deception or anything.
Well, actually, yeah. Okay, roll me deception.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't care.
Roll me deception and then persuasion with advantage.
Deception and persuasion.
Well, actually, you only get the advantage if you succeed the deception.
I only get... Wait, what?
Okay, you roll me deception, and then if you succeed that, then... Yeah.
Well, the good news is I have a +7 in deception, so 13 plus 7 is 20.
Ooh. Okay, very nice. Yeah, you do your trick, and they're completely convinced that it's a real thing that you're trying to deal with. And roll me the persuasion with advantage. For them to leave you alone, yeah.
Alright, on advantage... Oh, good thing I have advantage, because I rolled 3. 19 is the high roll, +5, so 24.
Okay, so yeah, the guards are like, well, very well, we'll leave you to your magical whatever you're doing. And they all walk out, and they close the door as best as they can behind them, but one of the doors, like I said, will not close. So it's stuck. It won't
close all the way, but it's like...
It's stuck at a 45-degree angle, so...
Okay. Can I move in the room so I'm not visible to anyone outside? Like, if I look at the door, I can't see anyone.
You're already in a spot where they can't see you, and you can't see them. But
like
they might be waiting outside the door, though.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll set the prince down. All right.
Mm-hmm. The prince is okay at this point, by the way. He's like completely fine. He feels fine. He's sitting up, talking, looking around.
Yeah, I figured. Like he's like sitting up and looking at me or whatever.
Yeah. Right? This kid, by the way, is about 13 or 14, so he's not like an incompetent child. He is Probably about 3'9", 4 feet tall, something like that. I don't know.
The
4 feet
14-year-old.
tall.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how tall 13-year-olds usually are.
Probably
No,
about
that's
5'9".
5'9".
13-year-olds are not 5'9". I am 5'8". Thank you.
I was 5'9" when I was 13.
Oh wow, well you're a tall one.
The average height of a 13-year-old in America is 5'1".
Oh, CSHA? I don't know how long ago that was. Oh, that was
People are
from
tall. All right. So, oh my word, how am I gonna do this?
I'm just
I would like
concerned
to
what you're gonna
cast
do.
suggestion on him, so I'm expending my sorcerer points to be able to cast suggestion. Awesome.
I don't know how
Brilliant.
you even. What are even sorcerer points? I don't know how this game works.
So sorcerers have points that they get, 1 per level, that they can use to get either extra spell slots of various levels and stuff by cashing them in. They're like chips,
Mm-hmm.
and you
get
refresh them every long rest.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they can do things like use my meta magic, which lets me like target multiple things with single target spells and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mostly just use them to refresh spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So can you roll his wisdom saving throw, please? It's better work.
Okay. What was the DC for it? What happens if it ties?
It's
Goes towards the
15.
DM.
He wins if he.
Okay.
Which kind of
Yeah,
sucks for
he
the
tied
player.
it, so I guess he wins.
You can give it to me if you want. Yes,
I don't know
all right.
if I want. I don't know what you're doing.
You do want. Alright. Do I
I
win?
am very curious, but I feel like Jack's gonna be angry. Okay, Jack left.
Alright, yeah, see, it's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
See, it's fine because he left.
I'll
Alright.
just go by the rules, because I'm sure you have another way to do it anyway.
Charles, good show. Use the magic to capture the throne and capture a country.
Wait, okay, so did I win or not? That's an important question here.
I said I was gonna go by the rules. If you're gonna okay, what is
The rule would be that technically he wins, but it goes to the DM decision. So if
Okay, I
you
feel
decide
like-
you don't want to make the decision, he wins.
I feel like you're gonna find another way to do it eventually anyway, and since we are trying to wrap this up, I'll just let you do it purely because I don't
Yes.
want you to have to go through the effort of finding another way to do it and take 10 more
I had a
minutes to
backup
do
plan.
it. Yeah, okay, so let's just say it works. Just
Alright,
let you do
backup
whatever
plan.
nonsense you're doing. I don't have the
Awesome.
energy
Alright,
to deal with
don't
it.
worry, this is about to end.
Okay.
So, suggestion is great because it doesn't have to be immediate. It can be an implanted suggestion.
Oh no.
So, I would like to and because of my meta magic abilities, I can extend it to 1 factor above, which it starts at 8 hours, which means a factor above is 24. So it instead lasts for 24 hours upon casting. And then, so for 24 hours, this is implanted in him. I would like to suggest that whenever it is brought up to him that he is going to be crowned king, he instead states, "No, I think Charles Goodshow should be king."
And what exactly does suggestion do? Does that just like
It just means whenever the implied suggestion rules come up, so whenever that phrase is said to him,
Mhm.
that's what he replies. Suggestion can be an action or whatever.
okay.
It can't harm him though. So that is phrased in a way that it doesn't actually physically hurt him.
Okay.
So
Alright, that's yep. You successfully implant that suggestion in his mind for the next 24 hours.
awesome. All right. Oh yeah, and if it doesn't happen within 24 hours, it just goes away without any effect.
Okay.
Alright.
But I guess
and then
we'll
I'll
deal
do
with that.
prestidigitation and do some magic that makes it look like I cured him.
Okay.
There you
So the kid will be like, well, I feel fine now. Am I good?
Yes! And you can thank Charles Goodshow. And then I'll leave.
Okay.
Alright, that's all I wanted to do. Thank you.
Alright, and I guess we'll leave it there for this session. thanks for coming out. It was fun. We made a lot of progress, so we'll level you guys up to level 4 for next time. But we can deal with that after the stream because leveling up rules are annoying and they take effort. So
Yes, I do.
yeah. Thanks everyone for coming out to the stream. Hopefully we'll wrap up this campaign within the next couple sessions, and see you guys all later.